Hello, students, CMA students. I always told CMA students are my favorite. So, very good morning to all of you. We have a 3-day marathon. I hope all of you are ready for it. Covering past exam questions and important questions from ICMAI material. So, the agenda of this marathon is even if a child goes through only this marathon, they'll be able to complete the portions. I'm not saying that is enough, but because of some reason, if they are not able to do the rest, this also may be good enough. That is what I'm saying. Just 1 minute. I'll have to pin myself. Just give me one. Okay. Nandini, let me know if you're able to, see the screen fully. Okay. Just put it in the chat box. Yeah. All right. Great. So now, what is the agenda of the marathon is that even if a child has not been able to study costing at all, the 3 days we are trying to conceptually cover everything. For example, if you take standard costing, I will be telling you what are the types of problems that you can expect in the exam. What is more asked in the June exam? So generally, as far as CMA exams are concerned, we are having one pattern for June exam and another pattern for December exam. And what are the topics that will come in MCQs likely? So all this we will discuss in standard costing, which even if a student has not done standard costing, say for example, they'll be able to do this by attending the marathon. That is the agenda for us for the next 3 days. So in today's class or today's marathon day one, what I will be covering is standard costing, marginal costing, is as per what we discussed. Yes, regular students. So standard costing, marginal costing, then some more balanced topics I have to do because we cannot just stop with two. Two are major. No? So the balance I have kept it as job. Then I have kept it as cost bookkeeping, which are a little easy. If time permits, I will do reconciliation and show you. Okay. So even if you have not done any of these, still you will be able to cover them up. So today itself, after the marathon is over, I request you to do all the problems that we have done in the class because it's covering the past exam questions. I've covered June 24, June 25, and questions from our ICMI material. This is what I have done. Okay, overall, I'm saying. Okay, so now we will proceed to. And one more thing I'd like to say, cost sheet. If you do this chapter properly, job costing will also become easy. Cost bookkeeping will also become easy. So, those children who are not yet done cost sheet in your revision, please start with cost sheet simultaneously. I will also try to do it tomorrow. Yes. So tomorrow's agenda we will discuss at the end of today's class. All right. So let's get started. I will do some question which is a little bit easy to start with, but it is a past exam question. This is a past exam question for 7 marks. So you all know, usually 14-mark question we have discussed in the other, videos as well, that usually 14 marks is asked from marginal costing. I have chosen those type of 2 14-mark questions in today's class also. We can't do much, no? So 2 14-mark problems I will do in today's class. Okay. So those easy ones like B, P, MOS and all, I'm not going to do. Only revision of formulas we'll do. Difficult 2 problems, not difficult, little bit different. Those 2 problems we'll be doing. Fine. So first I'll start with standard. Having said that, let us understand what is the variances. So how to calculate the variances? Material cost variance. First, I will discuss material variances. But having said that, In June, no, they are asking only labor variances very frequently, right? So I have covered three labor variance questions and one material variance question. Totally four we are going to do in today's class. So material cost variance is 1 minus 2, which can be subdivided as material price variance, which is equal to 3 minus 2. Material usage variance, amazing. It is going to be 1 minus 3. So those of you who are seeing this method for the first time, don't worry. It's just a simplified approach. So now we will proceed. Material 1. Yes. Material mix variance, that is 4 minus 3. Material yield variance, that is going to be 1 minus 4. So how to remember this? 1 minus 2, 1 minus 3, 1 minus 4, 4 minus 3, 3 minus 2. So with this chart, we'll be able to do everything. So as I told you, in management accounting, you're having other variances. This is very easy, only material and labor we are having here. In cost accounting, what is 1, 2, 3, and 4? So this will not change in any of the variances except fixed overhead variances, which we are not having here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 will remain the same. Before I go to that, I want to tell you what is standard quantity. It is the standard required for actual output. We all have learned this. Yes, ma'am. So standard input required for actual output. Here we will consider what? The normal loss. We will consider normal loss here. Very nice, ma'am. Revised actual quantity or revised standard quantity. So in some books, they will give it as revised RSQ. In some questions, they will give it as RAQ. Both are same. What is the meaning of that? Actual quantity re-return in standard proportion. Again, I'm repeating. Actual quantity re-return in standard proportion is what is RAQ or RSQ. And this is going to be what? Without normal loss. So those of you who are learning standard costing for the first time or have any doubts, you just observe in the next 5 minutes, it's going to become easy. Right. So standard quantity into standard price is 1. Yes, ma. Actual quantity into actual price is 2. Actual quantity into standard price is 3. RSQ or RAQ into standard price is 4. Right now. So we will be using this only for all the problems. So once again, I'm saying in RAQ, actual quantity re-return in standard proportion. That means what? Actual quantity total ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು aduna we are going to distribute in what ratio? Standard ratio. So actual quantity, no, why I will take normal loss? That is why I'm not taking normal loss in RAQ. Yes, no. Next is going to be SQ, standard input required for actual output. For example, actual output, we are running a cafe. Actual output of coffee, how many coffees were made is 10. Okay, ma. How many spoons of sugar is normally required for 1 cup of coffee? Say, for example, 1.5, just to make a difference. So, which means 1.5 spoons per cup. This is the standard for sugar. This is an input, right? Yes. Actual output in our coffee shop, how many coffees? Yes, ma. 10 cups of coffees. That means the standard input will be 1.5 into 10. That is 15 spoons of sugar. Is everyone understanding? Very nice. So this is how we should remember it. So those of you who want to write the chart, you can write it down if you want to. If you have already written and all, no need to write it. So some students are, about 3 students are attending, 4 are attending online. So if they want to write, let them write. We'll just wait for 1 minute. Yes. So those of you who want, quickly write down, then we'll proceed to the question. So material cost variance is 1 minus 2, material price variance is 3 minus 2, material usage variance is 1 minus 3. Usage variance can be subdivided into mix variance and yield variance. Mix variance is 4 minus 3, yield variance is 1 minus 4. Okay. So those of you who are still not written, please take a quick screenshot. Later on, you can write. Okay. So now standard quantity. Standard quantity required for actual output after considering normal loss. That means we will consider normal loss when we are considering standard quantity. Why not? Normal loss means what? I've already told you, the loss which is inherent to the nature of the product. For example, in case of petroleum, the evaporation is a normal loss. When I'm calculating standard quantity, I know about the normal loss now, so I'm taking that into consideration. Okay. So RSQ means actual quantity rewritten in standard proportion without normal loss. We already discussed the logic. I'm not repeating it again. 1 is SQ into SP, 2 is AQ into AP, 3 is AQ into SP, and 4 is RSQ into SP. Just by following these, we will be able to do a 7 mark. Yes, regular students already know this. Now we will go to labor variances also. Then we will start doing the problems right now. So labor variances, Nali, we will have labor cost variance, which is 1 minus 2. So the importance about the chart is numbering will not change at all right now. So labor cost variance can be subdivided as labor rate variance instead of price. It is 3 minus 2. And here it is labor efficiency variance, which is 1 minus 3. And here we have labor mix variance and labor yield variance. Sometimes I told you it can be called as labor revised efficiency variance also. We will just check that out also. So this can be called as labor sub-efficiency variance also. Labor sub-efficiency variance also it can be called as. So this is as usual 4 minus 3 and this is 1 minus 4. So the charts are going to remain the same. So shall we proceed, everyone? Yes, idle time variance also now I'm going to teach. Along with if there is idle time, how to do efficiency. Okay, yes. So like our friend asked, I will write here. Those of you who are writing the format, no, let them write. Others alone I will tell. Idle time variance is equal to idle time, actual idle time into standard rate. Ma'am, yake standard rate andre? Can I use actual rate? Because there is no meaning if I use actual rate for idle time. I have to find out my loss right now. So now, idle time variance, I told you idle time into standard rate. No, how to calculate idle time? That is actual hours worked minus actual hours. That is how I will calculate the idle time. Okay, so please know both because we don't know how the question will be framed. So please learn both. Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, what is actual hours worked and actual hours means? Actual hours paid. Say, for example, I appointed Bhumika for my content creation. I told her, she told me, ma'am, I worked for 10 hours. But in that, in our company, power shutdown happened. It was it Bhumika's fault? No. So that is idle time, correct? And she has to eat lunch break and all that. So half an hour plus half an hour, 1 hour is idle time. I have to pay her for idle time. So which means 9 hours only she has worked. 1 hour is idle time. Understood, everyone? So this is what it is. It doesn't differentiate between normal idle time and abnormal idle time. Total idle time into standard rate is what is idle time variance, right? So I hope by now everybody is clear. So labor efficiency variance also I want to tell one part. So this you can write separately, okay? It is not part of the chart. Separately you can write. So now we will proceed to 1, 2, 3 and 4. As usual, it is SR into SH or SH into SR. And then this is equal to AR into AH. That is AH into AR also you can write. That is standard hours into standard rate. Actual hours into actual rate. This is actual hours into standard rate. Revised actual hours into standard rate. Very similar to what we have learned there. Yes, ma'am. Here also, standard hours will be based on actual output. Very important. Okay. Then next is revised actual hours is equal to actual hours rewritten in standard proportion. So those of you who have still not got used to the format, you will get used to it when we are doing the problems. Generally speaking, material is a little bit easier to understand as far as labor is concerned. So first I will do only one problem of material and then three problems of labor. Yes. So because some of you may be new to this, that is why. So see, material variance, I have chosen a question from your CMA textbook itself, illustration number 19. Yes, ma'am. So for the people who are watching the video, the PDF will be given in the description itself. Okay. So now material A, B, and C, we are having standard quantity. And for price, we are having 6, 3.75, and 3. And total. Total means what? Quantity into price, everything is given to us. Normal loss is given to us. Okay. Then actual quantity is also given to us. In that, actual loss is also given to us, and then the price and the total is given. Very simple question. They have asked all the variances. Before even I go to the chart, some students they are taking SQS 500, 400, and 300 because they are not understanding the meaning. Very nice. So generally our students, we all know that standard costing is one of the easiest because we know these two meanings. What is the meaning? First one is standard quantity is based on actual output after considering normal loss. After considering normal loss. So next point is going to be what? Yes, ma'am. RSQ is going to be actual quantity rewritten in standard proportion without considering normal loss. So these two we will write and keep until we get used to it. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Shall now we will proceed. So we have one. I'll write it this way. Before I write 1, 2, 3, 4. Material cost variance is 1 minus 2. That can be subdivided into material price variance, which is 3 minus 2. Material, yes, ma, usage variance, which is 1 minus 3. Material usage variance can be classified as material mix variance, which is 4 minus 3, super. Material yield variance, which is 1 minus 4, super. Those of you who don't know how to remember it, CPUMY. You can remember it as my CPU. Like that, you can remember. Yes. So now this chart is done. Everybody quickly write it. So now we will write it 1, 2, 3, and 4 letters, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. For 1, we have SQ into SP. For 2, we have AQ into AP. 3, we have AQ into SP. And 4, we have RSQ into SP. So these are the things that we have. So first we will write SQ. Right, now. All of you, come on, do it with me. SQ is based on actual output. We will consider normal loss. Okay, ma'am. So what is the actual output, students? Actual output is 1180. Will everyone agree with me? Yes, ma. And we will consider the normal loss here. Right. So, how are we supposed to do? The standard is going to be, can I say for A, it is 500 out of 1080 after considering the normal loss? Yes, ma. So, it is going to be, those of you who feel, ma'am, this also is little slightly confusing for me. I have one more easy thing for you. That is, you can learn standard quantity as budgeted input divided by budgeted output into actual output. Like that also we can do. So, of course, we should consider normal loss as per definition. So, what is the budgeted input? 500. What is the budgeted output? 1080. Into actual output is how much? 1180. Like that also we can use. Yes, ma. Standard based for actual output, that also same logic only. So can I now say, based on the information that I have given you, 500 divided by 1080 into 1180, this is for the first material A. This is for the first material. Next one is 400. Next one is 300. Accordingly, let us do. So it is going to be, I will draw it a little detailed. This is A. Then this is B. We are writing only SQ, ma. SP we have not yet written. Yes, dear. So 400 divided by 1080 into 1180. C is going to be 300 divided by 1080 into 1180. Then SP is going to be, we will write SP also, but let me know if everyone is comfortable with this. Yes, ma. Super. So standard proportion with the normal loss, we are taking that for actual output. Yes. Proportion, just like how we used to do ratios in partnership, very similar. We are dividing by the total. Okay, ma'am. Standard price given in the question, hange togobeko ashte 6, 3.75 and 3. 6, 3.75 and 3. So wherever SP is coming, I will go and substitute 6, 3.75 and 3. Okay. 6, 3.75 and 3. Okay. So now we will do to next one. That is actual quantity. Actual quantity is given 400, 500 and 400. I'm going to take that. Yes. 400, 500, 400, 400, 500 and 400. Wherever AQ is there, I'm going and substituting it. Okay. Next, AP 6, 3.6 and 2.80. 6, 3.6 and 2.80. That's all. Up to this, I think it is very comfortable for everyone. So, budgeted input divided by budgeted output into actual output. Whichever is more easy for you, like that you can learn. Okay. Sure. Now, RSQ, how we have to do. RSQ is going to be the actual quantity rewritten in standard proportion, including normal loss. Sorry, excluding normal. Very sorry. Very sorry. We should not consider normal loss. We have seen this. Okay. Now, what is the actual quantity total we should see? 400. Here we wrote now. We are taking this actual quantity, ma. 400, 500 and 400. Okay. So, 400 plus 500 plus 400. How much is that? 1300. Thank you, ma'am. Now, this has to be distributed in standard proportion. So, what is the standard proportion? Let us go and see. So, the standard proportion is going to be, yes, ma'am, I'll just change this color. 500, 400, and 300. Ma'am, what about 120? No, we will not consider. Superb. Very nice. 500, 400, and 300. Amazing. So standard proportion is going to be for A, B, and C, 500, 400, and 300. So divided by 1200, correct? 900 plus 300 divided by 1200 divided by 1200. In the denominator, I didn't take 1080 because I'm not considering normal loss. Amazing. So can you people please help me out with the calculation here? I'll also do for you. 1300 into 500 divided by 1200. Is it 541.67? Yes, ma'am. So then 400 divided by 1200 into 1300. So 433.33. 1300 into 300 divided by 1200. 325. Yes, ma'am. So that's all. We have calculated RSQ also. Now we have to go and substitute there. That's all. So shall I go ahead? Yes, everyone? Amazing, ma'am. So 641.67. 641.67. Next is going to be 433.33. Next is going to be 325. So we have come back and substituted. Now we have to just do the totals. Now suppose in the question they want you to do product wise, means we will do product wise A separately, B separately. But most of the times they're asking for total variance. So let us do it totally. So we will write a total column. You can all use memory plus in the calci, which will save your time. So let us all start doing it. Come on. 500 divided by 1080 into 1180 into 6. Are we getting 5899.99? Okay, ma'am. Can I write 5900? Yes. So rounding off, usually we are taking two decimal places. Last only I rounded off. Oh. So next, 400 into 6, 500 into 3.6, 400 into 2.8. Is it 5320? All right, dears. 5475, is it? Thank you, dear. $6,600. Just check, okay? I'll wait. Please check. Right. So we have gotten everything. Now we just have to do minus and we will be done with it. What happened here? Which one? 6,450? Okay. You want me to check it again? Both of you got it? Okay. So now we will go to 1 minus 2, which is 5,900 minus 5,320. 580. Favorable, right? Yes, ma'am. So we have to indicate whether it is favorable or adverse. So F stands for favorable. We don't have to write everything. F or A is enough. And that is mandatory. We have to write. So if we have minus, then it will be adverse because it is cost, if the sales variance, it would have been different. Here we are having only cost. Yes. So what is price variance, students? You want me to do it? 3 minus 2. 5475 minus 5320. That is 155. Favorable again? Yes, dear. So next is going to be 1 minus 3. 5900 minus 5475. That is 425 favorable. Right, ma. Super. So we will just do a quick calculation. 425 plus 155, we are getting 580. Like that, we will cross verify. Okay. So 4 minus 3, that is going to be 6450 minus 5475. Are we getting 975 favorable? Yes, ma'am. 550 adverse. Correct? Yes. So 550 adverse and 975 favorable. We will get 425 favorable. That's all. So we will make this quick verifications. So this is how we should calculate. Obviously, you can use charts in the exam. If you feel it is a little bit messy because some striking off and all you have done means, at the end you write like this. A material cost variance, whatever order they have asked, you write. This is equal to how much we got, ma? 580 favorable, no? Like that, you write everything below. Yes. Okay. So this is all done. Now we will proceed. Yes, ma'am. Shall we, everybody? Right. So now we will go to the labor variances, which is more frequently asked in June exams. So Anjali and Rohan, just now we started with material. You people have attended it, so you all know it. Now we will be doing labor. Oh my God, just now I noticed this is 541. This is 541. By mistake, we have written 641. So that alone we will compute. I'm so sorry. 541. We will go ahead and compute this again. So 541.67 into 6, then 433.33 into 3.75, and 325 into 3. 5850. Are we getting that? Okay. Yes, 5850. I'm so sorry. Yes. So that means we will compute mix and yield variance again. Yes. So 5475 minus 5850, 375. Yes. Favorable, right? That is mix variance. Yes. Yes, 375 favorable, and this is 50 favorable. Thank you. So, yes, so those of you, please quickly pay attention here. This is 541. This is also 541. By mistake, we took it as 641. Okay. So, chalo, 1 minute. My chat is disabled. 1 minute. Let me see. You can chat now, Nandini. Just look at it. You can chat now. Try doing it now. See if you're able to get it. Um, Let me check. So I've given you permission to talk. So whenever you want to, people can talk. Yeah. In the break, I will check what has happened. Chat settings. Chat settings is active. Okay. Okay. We'll check it later. Okay. Shallow students. So, but anyway, you people can put it in the group also. You can talk also to me whenever you have anything to tell. Okay. Otherwise, Nandini, you call Parmeshwar sir. Okay. All right. Whoever wants to. Okay. Because I don't know, there might be small difference there. So now we will proceed to the next problem, that is going to be all labor variances are generally asked in June exam, like you people have observed. So we are going to do labor variances now. So chalo. In labor also, let's do a simple problem and then we will proceed. So don't worry, dear Nandini. I will be available for you here. Okay. Yes. So I'll check the group messages. So now J&M Limited submits the following information regarding composition and wage rates of labor force engaged on job number R40, which is scheduled to be completed in 80 hours. All right, ma'am. So following information is regarding composition of labor force, which is scheduled to be completed in 80 hours. That means, can I say standard hours is 80? Very nice, super. And standard number of workers are also given. So standard hours into standard number of workers will give me standard hours. Right, ma'am. Standard rate is given. Actual rate is given. They have said the actual work is completed in 88 hours. Yes, ma'am. So can I say 55 into 88, 30 into 88, 70 into 88 is actual hours. And actual rate is also given. So with this, we'll be able to do it. It's one of the simpler problems from the past exam. Okay, ma'am. So one of the June exams, I don't remember which, one of the June exams, it has come. All right. So now labor cost variance is 1 minus 2. Labor rate variance is 3 minus 2. Labor efficiency variance is 1 minus 3. So have they asked me for more? Yeah, they have asked me for a revised efficiency and a mix variance. So it is going to be labor mix variance, which is 4 minus 3, and labor revised efficiency variance, yes, which is 1 minus 4. It could be called as yield variance in some places, right? So anyone who wants to write this, please write it quickly and then we will proceed. So now we shall go ahead with the 1, 2, 3, and 4. So in the question, let us see what are the different categories that is given. Grade P, Q, and R. Okay, there are three grade of workers, which is P, Q, and R. Grade P. In material, we had A, B, and C like that. Grade Q and grade R. So even for MCQs, if they want you to do grade, one particular grade also, you can use the same formulas, no problem. So, chalo students, let us see how to do. It is going to be SH into SR. 1. 2 is AH into AR. Amazing. 3 is AH into SR. And 4 is what? RAH into SR. Here also the same definition for RAH. Superb. So SH, there is no need to calculate. Already things are given to us. Let us do. Right, ma. So it is going to be, I have the question here. So I'm directly doing. All of you please refer to it. 80 into, for the first grade, number of workers is 60. Same way 80 into 40 and 80 into 50. So then this is how we will calculate the standard hours. All right. So again, I will just show you where it is in the question. So here they have said that the actual output is to be completed in 80 hours. Some people may ask, ma'am, how did you take directly? They are saying that it is scheduled to complete in 80 hours, means actual output has to be completed in 80 hours. Yes, ma'am. So 80 into 60, 80 into 40 and 80 into 50. Okay. So that is done. So SR is 2.5, 1.75 and 1.25. SR is, yes, ma'am, 2.5, 1.75 and 1.25. Like that, we will substitute wherever SR is there. Here also SR is there. Here also SR is there. Into 1.75 into 1.25. Same way here also 2.5, 1.75 and 1.25. Like that, we will substitute. Okay. So shall we proceed, dears? Yes, ma'am. So actual hours, very similar calculation. Sometimes in the question, no, in the exam, it may be a little easier for you, especially with practice, that you don't know, like, whether it is correct or not, right? So that much, it may be easy. For example, this question is like that. It's quite easy. Can you all see this? So yes, ma. So it is going to be actual hours is 88 hours into 55 into 30 into 70. Yes, ma. So rate is 3, 2, and 1. Actual rate. Right, yes. So now it is going to be 88 into 55. 88 into 30. 88 into 70. And this is 3, 2, and 1. And actual hours, il banbittu substitute madana. It is 88 into 55 again. And here it is 88 into 30. And here it is 88 into 70. That's all. So now RAH calculation, same logic, we will do RAH calculation. Keep repeating these definitions in your mind until you know it really well. So for standard, we saw budgeted input divided by budgeted output into actual output. So in other words, standard required for actual output with the normal loss computation. And then RAH will not include what? Normal loss. Very nice. Normal loss, it will not include. And actual hours rewritten in standard proportion. That is what it is. And like Sahana said, we should not consider normal loss. That's all. Super. So it is going to be how to do actual hours. 88 into 55 for P. This is the actual hours, dear. Actual hours. Plus 88 into 30 for grade Q. And 88 into 70 for grade R. So in the exam, if I were you, what I will do? 88 is common, no? So we will add 55 plus 30 plus 70 into 88, right? 55 plus 30 plus 70 into 88. Yes. 13,640. Right, dears. 13,640 is the total actual hours. Total actual hours. That should be redistributed in standard proportion. What is the standard proportion? Let us understand. Can I say it is 60, 40, and 50? Yes, ma. So again, I will just mark and show you. It is going to be 60, 40, and 50. And why you didn't take 80 means that is the standard based on actual output. I'm taking the proportion, standard proportion. Yes. So it is going to be 60, 40, and 50. So for P, Q, and R, it will be 60, 40, and 50. Can I write it as or 6, 4, and 5? Easy for us to calculate. So in that way, I will tell 6 plus 4, 10 plus 5, 15, 6 by 15, 4 by 15, and 5 by 15. In that case, it is going to be 13,640 into 6 by 15. That is 5456. Just check my calculations. Okay. So 13,640 into 4 divided by 15. Are we getting 3637.33? Okay. 13,640 into 5 by 15. 4546.67. This is the RAH. This is the standard proportion. So actual hours rewritten in standard proportion. That is how we got RAH. All right. So some may round off, some may not round off. They have asked us to keep up to two decimal places in general instructions. So we are also using it. Right. So I'll go on top and substitute. So in hours, you may say, ma'am, hours cannot be in decimals. Okay, you can round it off also, no problem. Right. So 5456. Then 3637.33. Then here it is going to be 4546.67. So we can do it totally. Are we getting 22,600? Yes, dears. So like that, could you please help me out with the calculation for 2, 3, and 4 children? I'll have some water in the. I'll do for you here. 88 into 55 into 3. 88 into 30 into 2. 88 into 70. 25,960. Right, dears? Yes, dear. Thank you, ma'am. So 88, 24, 295. Right, dear. 25,688. 0.6. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. So, yes. Nandini, you can talk to me. If talking is also, in the chat box, it is not letting you, then I'll call the team immediately to address it. So not only Nandini, any student can immediately talk and ask for the doubt. Sure. Now we will proceed, shall we? Yes, ma'am. So it's going to be 22,600 minus 25,960. 3360 adverse is the labor cost variance. Labor rate variance, let's just check. 24,295 minus 25,960 is 1665 adverse. Yes, sir. Okay, wait. 24,295 minus 25,960. And then 22,600 minus 24,295 is 1695 adverse. Yes. So 3088.65. Right, students? Yes. Minus 24,295. 1393.65. Yes. Right. Huh? Oh, favorable. Huh? Okay. This is adverse, no? And this is adverse. Yes. Thank you, dear. So, because of rounding off, small differences are okay. That's okay. Completely fine. Now, here I want to tell you one particular thing that also I will tell, and then we will proceed. Right. So, shall we proceed? Yes. So, as of now, we have done this. Yes. But in efficiency variance alone, I want to tell you one particular thing. Yes. When we are asked to calculate labor efficiency variance, no, and when we are asked to calculate labor rate variance, we have one small twist here. What is that twist? Let us understand. This labor rate variance will be what? Labor rate variance, we all know it is 3 minus 2. Correct. What is 3 minus 2, dear? 3 is what, ma'am? AH into SR and 2 is AH into AR. What is common? AH is common? Right, ma'am. So if I remove AH, what will I have? SR minus AR. Now, this we all know. But this actual hours, Nali, actual hours worked or actual hours paid? That is a question for us. So this is going to be actual hours paid in case of labor rate variance. Why, ma'am? Actual hours worked and actual hours paid. Why? What is the difference? Again, I will tell you. Actual hours paid for Bhumika is 10 hours for the content creation. But actual hours, how much she worked as per the previous example? 9 hours. Difference ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ? But labor rate variance is for the payment too. So that is why I have to take the actual hours paid here. We are saying actual hours, but it will be actual hours paid. Is everyone understanding this clearly? Yes. Labor efficiency variance. What is that? 1 minus 3, alva. What is 1 dear? 1 is going to be standard hours into standard rate. No change about that. 3 is going to be what? Actual hours into standard rate, alva. Yes, ma'am. This standard hours, sorry, before going to that, what is common? SR, alva? Yes, ma'am. So can I say SH minus AH into SR? Because SR is common, I'm removing that outside the bracket. Understanding everyone? Yes, ma'am. But this actual hours is actual hours worked or actual hours paid? That we have to have a question here. All of you, please listen here. This is efficiency. Bhumika, I'm asking you to complete the work within, 9.5 hours. What is the maximum hours that you should work for? 9.5 hours. Okay. But she completed the work in how many hours? 9 hours. Because she worked only 9 hours. Point 5 hours, she has been faster, Alva. So can I say it is her efficiency? Yes, ma. So when I'm measuring the efficiency, very simple. This much and all, you don't complicate. I'm asking you to finish standard costing today. You finish standard costing and the job costing today means you are efficient or not. Yes, within 12 hours, after class, I'm saying within 12 hours, you people completed two. I asked you to complete only one. That means you will compare the actual work done. So here it is going to be standard hours minus actual hours worked. Is everyone understanding? Into standard rate. So please write down this. Okay, please write down. Efficiency andre we will take actual hours worked. Rate means we'll take actual hours paid. Is everyone understanding? Right. Please write. Please write down. If anyone has any questions, please let me know. I'm here to answer, ma. Please let me know, dears. Yes, ma. Mm-hmm. What happened, ma? Totala. Achha. Is it so? Oh, I went by you people only. Okay. 24, 420, is it dears? Okay. You want me to check once again? Check that. Okay. No problem. We will correct it. All that happens. No problem. It's okay. It's okay. Small calculation mistakes. But this is conceptual. Okay. All of you, please write it down. Extremely important it is. I am expecting that questions based on this may be coming in the June exam. I'll do one problem based on this. And don't have to by heart. Rate variance means actual hours paid. Bhumika, I have paid for 10 hours. Efficiency variance means actual hours worked because efficiency is based on actual hours worked. That's so what you should write down, labor efficiency variance is this. Labor rate variance is this. That blue color box, if you write down also, it's enough. And everyone can remember our friend Bhumika's example. So shall we proceed, everyone? So by mistake, there is some calculation deviations. So let us calculate this. So 3 is changing. So 1 minus 3 and 4 minus 3 will change. Correct, dear? Ha. Oh, 3 minus 2 is also changing. No. Okay. So 24, 420 minus 25, 960. Are we getting 1540? Yes. So that is rate variance. Yes, dear. Please correct it, everyone. The small calculation mistake there. So that is adverse. Adverse. 1 minus 3. 22 600 minus 24 420. 1820 adverse. Yes. And then 4 minus 3. Sorry. 1260. Okay, dear. 1260 favorable. Okay. So in this question, why, ma'am, we didn't do all that you taught us now, efficiency and all? They have not given explicitly how much is worked and how much is, paid like that. So in some questions, they will ask that. So that also we'll be doing. Was this easy? One of the June exam questions. This is. Okay. So now we will proceed to one more June exam question. And the last problem of your material, as far as standard costing is concerned, that also I felt it to be a little important. That is why I didn't do that then. I will do now. So now we will proceed to. So in this, all variances are done. This for 7 marks. Obviously, without my help, will you all be able to do? Amazing. Good job. So next, this is the question number 2 is the exam question. Okay. Sorry, the material, study material question. So we will do 3 first and then we'll go to 2. Right, ma. So QTR Limited, which is following standard costing system, furnishes the following information regarding budget for December 24. This is past exam. Product X is going to be 40,000 units and product Y is 80,000 units. One standard hour represents 10 units of product X and 8 units of product Y. Okay. Now they have given for one standard hour how many units can be made. Okay, ma'am. So 1 cup of coffee, I told you it is 1.5 spoons of sugar. Remember everyone? The similar thing only with actual output we will be doing, ma. Yes. Super. So then it is going to be standard wage rate. SR is given to us. Okay. During the month, 15,000 hours were paid. As soon as you see this in the first 15 minutes, you will underline. Why? Because you have actual hours paid. Actual hours worked will be irbodo. Then whatever I taught you now, actual hours paid will be used for rate variance. Actual hours worked will be used for efficiency variance. Amazing. Okay, super. So then zero point 0.6 per hour. Okay, that is the AR. This is the AR, right? In the first 15 minutes, we'll observe all this, which included 700 unproductive hours due to unbudgeted holidays and also loss of production, which is of 500 units of output of product X due to machine breakdown. Now, before proceeding, one small thing I would like to tell you all. Okay, ma'am? So, everyone, please listen. So, 700 unproductive hours due to unbudgeted holidays. How you will have that? Okay. So, say for example, some lockdown is coming. Everybody has to close. Yes, ma'am. So that means that is only unbudgeted, unproductive hours. They had to close. So we are closing. Okay. Next, due to machine breakdown, can I say this is over and above normal now? Idle time variance. Okay. Over and above idle time, normal idle time, right? So again, I'm saying, so it is going to be idle time nully. Already 700 hours are there. As you're reading the question, they are saying another 500 units. Some students, by mistake, they'll read 500 hours. Because of which machine? Machine X. Correct, were lost.
Now, in the previous page, they said 1 hour is producing how much? 10 units. That means ಎಷ್ಟು units waste ಆಗಿದೆ? 1 unit ಗೆ, sir, 1 hour ಗೆ 10 units, correct? I'll write it in the other way around. 10 units for 1 hour. That means how many hours for 500 units? Like that, if I say, can I say it is 50 hours? Everybody, easy or not? How you will do? You all know cross multiplication, 500 into 1 divided by 10. That is how you will do. That means already 700 hours are idle time plus 50 hours. So 750 hours are idle time. Is everyone understanding? You all know idle time variance is quite simple. Idle time into standard rate, and then you will do. Here, there is no differentiation between normal idle time and abnormal idle time as far as idle time variance is concerned. Okay, cost accounting standards also we saw for idle time. What is the treatment? I hope all of you remember. Abnormal idle time will be directly taken into the costing P&L. While we did process also, I told you normal loss will be put on the head of the products. Okay, the same concept I use there also. Same concept of, not that is for you material. This is for labor, but I'm saying concept. Okay. So now actual production for the month is 48,000 and 76,000. Direct labor rate variance, idle time variance, efficiency variance, and total variance. Ma'am, yake they have asked only. See the serial numbers. Please excuse me. It is actually 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. Yes. So only 4 points they've asked, ma'am, for 7 marks. Last time they asked almost 6, 7 variances, 6 variances. They asked me for 7 marks. Why? Because idralle rate variance will be for actual hours paid. Efficiency variance will be for actual hours worked. All of us know that, no? That is why. In all questions, ma'am, will they give means they may not give. That is what it is. So, are we ready to go? Yes, ma, everyone. In previous question, why we didn't do that? Because it was not given. That information was not given. Okay. So, chalo, I hope everybody is comfortable. So, I'm having the phone here. So, anyone can, message me, online students, in case you're having any doubts. So, now, first of all, can I start doing idle time variance? Idle time variance is going to be 700 unproductive hours given in the question. So those of you are referring to the PDF, it's question number 3. It's a past exam question. That is what we are doing. In addition to that, along with the question itself, they said about 500 units of machine X, which was broken down. Okay, so that means they are saying 10 units can be made in 1 hour. That means how many hours are lost? Hours lost is equal to 500 into 1 divided by 10. That is 50 hours. For presentation purpose, once again I'm writing right now. So it is going to be 700 plus 50. So total idle time is going to be 750 hours. Idle time variance calculation. So idle time variance is equal to total idle time into standard rate. Idle time is going to be 750 into standard rate was how much? 0.5. I will show you everyone. Here they have given standard rate is given to be 0.5. Right. So it is 0.5. So 750 into 0.5. It is 375. Always it has to be adverse only. Otherwise, it will be 0. See, idle time, how it can be favorable? It will be always adverse only. No? Yes. So, in other words, I told you that idle time is nothing but actual hours worked minus actual hours paid. Remember, everyone, into standard rate. In the beginning, all of you must have written. Yes. So, like that also you can do. You will still get the same answer. Right, ma'am. Shall we proceed? In this question, using this formula was easier, so we did that.
Okay. So idle time variance is to over. Next is going to be they have asked for cost rate efficiency, right, ma? So now we will first calculate the SH. SH is going to be the standard hours of input required for actual output. So I'm just repeating the definition of SH, although you all know it. Yes, ma'am. In this question, they have not asked for revised efficiency variance. They have not asked for mix variance. So RAH will not come into picture itself. Right. Shall we go ahead? Yes. Tired up? Okay. So now we will proceed to first we have machine X and machine Y. And the standard hours is standard units is said to be standard units for 1 hour is said to be 10 and 8. Actual output, my dears, we should not take standard output. That is why I gave the definition on top. So you all can see the actual output. Oh my god, it's here. 48,000 and 76,000. Already we encircled. Right. So 48 and 76. Why are we doing all this? To calculate SH. So in 1 hour, 10 units can be made. Means in 48,000 units can be made in how many hours? So I will write like this here for you. In 1 hour, 10 units means in 48,000 units, how many hours? Like that. 4,800 hours? Easy, no? Divided by 10. Right. So same way, 1 hour of Y requires 8 units. I mean, produces 8 units. That means how many hours are required for 76,000 units? How much? 9,500? Thanks to you. So 9,500 plus 4,800. That is going to be 14,300 total. Ma'am, ಯಾಕೆ ಟೋಟಲ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ they have given the standard rate and actual rate one rate. Can you all see that? One rate they have given. That is why I did the total. So whether it is for X or Y, rate is the same. So I have done the total. Chalo, shall we proceed, everyone? Yes. So 14,300 is what? SH, standard hours, right? So again, some students are asking, ma'am, for these type of problems, can we not use chart? Yes, you can. Only thing is we have to fit that logic that we learned also. We can use the logic. Labor cost variance is 1 minus 2. Labor rate variance is 3 minus 2. Labor efficiency variance is 1 minus 3. So I would write like this. Labor rate variance is for actual hours paid. This is for actual hours worked. For our understanding, I can write like this. Understood, everyone? Yes. So now, which variance shall we calculate first? Can we do labor rate variance first? Yes, ma'am. So 3 minus 2. So labor rate variance is equal to 3 minus 2. 3 is what, students? 3 is going to be AH into SR minus AH into AR. All right. So I told you that here the AH, okay, here AH is common, no? Can I remove it outside? AH into SR minus AR. This is what AH already I wrote for AH paid. Actual hours paid. Yes, ma'am. So it is going to be AH paid. Understood, everybody? Superb, ma'am. So now we will proceed. Actual hours worked and paid. Where have they given? Let us understand. Yes, ma'am. 15,000 hours were paid. All of you can see. I told you to underline also. So 15,000 hours were paid. Very simple.
And you all know AR is 0.6. SR is how much? 0.5. So with that, can we not do it? Very simple. It is going to be 15,000 into zero point 0.5 minus zero point 0.6. So 1,500 adverse, easy, no? 0.1. So this is over. Again, I have used the chart with the logic. That's all. Chart will always work. Right. So if anyone has any questions, please do let me know. Otherwise, we will proceed. So next one is going to be, shall I proceed, yes? Okay. So here next one is efficiency variance 1 minus 3 for actual hours worked. Yes. Labor efficiency variance 1 minus 3 for actual hours worked. Right. One is what, my dears? SH into SR, and 3 is what? AH into SR. So what is common? SR. So I will remove that. I will have SH minus AH into SR. Am I correct, students? Yes. How go the? Yes, everyone. Now, ma'am, they have given in the question about actual hours paid. They have not given about actual hours worked. Usually, also, they won't give about actual hours worked because they're telling about idle time. Very easy to calculate. Now, all of you, please listen. Actual hours paid is given to be 15,000 hours. In the next page. Okay. Then, idle time already we have done. It is 700 given plus 50 calculated, 750 hours. That means they have worked for how many hours? 14 to 15. Yes, ma'am. Can I see this is the actual hours worked? So totally I paid for Bhumika for 10 hours. But that she idle time was 1 hour. That means she worked only for 9 hours. Same logic here also. Okay. So if you have understood, please write down. If you have any questions, please feel free to get back to me. So now shall we proceed? 14 to 50. So now it is going to be standard hours. Iwagli calculate ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬಂತು 14,300, right? So 14,300 minus actual hours worked, that is 14,250 into standard rate, we know it is 0.5, so into 0.5, so 25, right? 25 favorable. Okay, dear. Thank you. So labor efficiency variance also we have understood. Okay, dear. So now shall we proceed? Okay. Now we'll go to the next step, that is going to be labor cost variance. Now some students ask me, ma'am, what about this 1 minus 2? That also I'll explain. This is 1 is what? SH into SR minus 2 is AH into AR. The question is this AH is what? AH paid. Why? Ma? Cost? No, cost means payment only. No. So efficiency, I will take actual hours worked out. But if the company is asking me what is the cost, means I have to tell I paid for 10 hours for Bhumika. So cost variance is also actual hours paid only. So it is very simple. I will do it directly. I hope you people don't mind. Okay. So SH into SR. SH into SR is what? 14,300 SH into SR is 0.5 minus AH into AR. What is AH paid? Isn't it just now I told you? AH paid is 15,000 into AR is zero point 0.6. Please do the calculation. Sorry, ma'am. 1850. Adverse, no? Right, dear. Idralli, it will not tally because we took actual hours paid and worked. No? Here it will not tally. Okay? Yes. So if you take idle time variance, then it will tally. If you take idle time variance, then it will tally. Yes. Past exam question, you're all able to do more. Very nice. So just have to remember where actual hours paid and where actual hours worked. In cost and rate, we will take actual hours paid. In efficiency, we'll take actual hours worked. That's all. So now I will tell you, writing a Bhumika. Right. Okay. So now I will just tell you how to cross check your answer. Labor cost variance. And then we are having what labor rate variance, labor efficiency variance. If you take just this, it will not tally because we calculated idle time variance here. Labor idle time variance. So cost variance was 1850 adverse, right dear? Okay. So that labor rate variance was forgot 1500, no? Adverse. Okay. And efficiency variance was 25 favorable, no? Right. And idle time variance was adverse. Huh? So 375 adverse. Now you check the total, you will get it. So you have to do 1500 plus 375 minus 25. You will get 1850. That's all. Okay, super. So this is also done. One more problem we will do and we'll take one small break for 10 minutes. Okay. So So this is also your material problem, the last problem that I wanted to do with all of you. That problem only this is. Yes, ma, study material problem. I chose to do this problem because this problem is also a labor problem and it is a past CA exam question also. That is why. Okay. Yes. I'll tell you after we are done with the full problem, I will tell you what is a little bit important about this problem. Yes, ma'am. So standard output of production ABY is 25 units per hour in manufacturing department of STR Limited employing 100 workers. The standard wages rate per labor hour is 30. So SR is 30. Okay. So then in a 42-hour week of September, the department produced 1040 units of ABY despite 5% of the time paid was lost due to abnormal reason. Okay. So that means can I say 5% of AH paid is equal to idle time? Correct now, everyone? Yes. Super. So because they have given here, see, 5% of the time paid was lost due to abnormal reason. Yes. The hourly wage rate actually paid was 31, 30, and 28.5 to 10, 30, and 60 of the workers. Right, ma'am.
So let us understand what it is. Okay. So suppose the same problem is given in the in the exam. No, they may make it a little more clear, is what I believe. Okay, I'll tell you why. See, generally in CA also, I told you it is a past exam question. What the students after the exam they came back and told me was they did it correctly, but they took a long time to figure out what it is. Why? It is simple only. But what the problem is, 100 workers under 30 rupees. In standard, they have given only one class. In actual, they have given three classes. One group is 10, another group is 30, another group is 60. And the rate is also different. They were going on thinking, "Hinganu barbodu." That is why we have chosen this question in marathon. Okay. So as for standard, you ask me, we will have to do only material and labor. So this is the what we will be doing. So other easy problems and all, you can do it even for MCQ purpose. You will be able to do it very easily. That's not a problem. But this, that it's otherwise it's very simple. In standard, there is no demarcation of classes. In actual, there is demarcation of classes. That's all. Okay. So now we will proceed and see how we need to do this. And the actual output is 1040 units. Okay, that is very important for standard hours calculation. No? That is fine. So now we will proceed to all sides are occupied. I will go below. So labor cost variance, which is 1 minus 2, can be subdivided into labor rate variance, which is 3 minus 2, labor efficiency variance, which is 1 minus 3. And have they asked for all variances, ma'am? Okay, so we will write mix and revised efficiency also, right? So labor mix variance, which is 4 minus 3, and labor revised efficiency or yield variance, it is going to be 1 minus 4. So this they keep changing, both are one and the same. Okay. So now, and here also how to remember as a student, how I used to remember is CREME. Okay. Creme. In this coffee shops and all, they'll say, no, creme, like that you can remember. All right. So now 1, 2, 3, 4. Let us see how to do. So 1 is SH into SR. 2 is AH into AR, and 3 is AH into SR, and 4 is RAH into SR. So now I'll just go a little bit to the below, and I'll write whatever is given to us, because can give you easily the presentation how we will do in the exam. That also we should, yes, how it is given to us. So actual output is given to be 1040. That means, can I say standard hours is equal to, they have said 100. I'll just show you here. So 25 units per hour, correct? And there are saying 100 workers are there. Okay. And also actual output is 1040, right? 100 into 1 hours, can I say? 25 units, 100 workers, because for 1 hour, 25 units can be made, 100 workers are there. How many is this? 1040 is the actual output, because we all know standard hours is what? The standard required for actual output. Okay. So that is how we should do, right? So it is going to be 1040. One. Very simple. One. I'll write it like this. So can I say
100 hours divided by 25 units. How much is that? 4. Yes, 4. Okay. Now, actual output is given to be how much? 1040. Can I say standard hours is equal to 1040 into 4? 16, 4160. Yes. So here it is easy for me to explain this way. So 100 workers, 25 units, 4 hours, and actual output is 1040. Right. So now we will proceed to the next step. It is going to be what else is given? Standard rate is given to be 30. You all can see in the question, right? I told you only one rate is given, right? So actual hours that I will show you. You want to write up to this? Written everyone? Right. So all of you please see this. Yeah, here it is. Just erase all this part. So how did we calculate the standard? So 25 units, 100 workers, and standard rate is 30. Actual output is 1040. Using this only, we calculated standard hours. Okay. Now, they have said one more thing. Despite 5% of the time paid, how much is the time paid? That also we should understand. So it is given 40-hour week, 42-hour week. I'm sorry, 42-hour week. Yes. That means how many workers are there? 10 plus 30 plus 60. How many workers are there? 10 plus 30 plus 60. 100 workers are there. Into 42. Can I say 4,200 is the actual hours paid? Yes, actual hours paid. So 4,200 nully 5% is equal to idle time, can I say? So 4,200 into 5 percentage is 210. Yes, ma'am. So that is going to be 210. So 4,200 into 95 percentage is equal to actual hours worked. Yes or no? Yes, ma'am. How much is that, students? 3,990? 3,990 hours. So all this we can decode from what is given in the question. I wrote here itself because all these are given. Right. I wanted to show you, so I have written it here itself. One, two, three. Any doubts, please let me know. Just check the chat box also. Shall we proceed, ma'am? Everyone, go ahead. Yes. So now what we will do is labor cost variance I will do, labor rate variance, labor efficiency variance. Mix and yield can you do as homework? Yes. It's a textbook problem. But this efficiency and rate, I want it to be more important for you because cost variance, Nali, it will be based on actual hours. paid. This is also actual hours paid. Here we should take actual hours worked. Amazing. Super. Here only I need to explain. So I will do it. Okay. Shall I proceed, ma'am? Ma'am, what about mix and yield means it is coming from efficiency. Actual hours worked only. No, we should take. Good job. Okay. So now we should proceed to one by one we'll do. I'm not going in the table because it's quite elaborate, right? So the first one, labor cost variance, that is equal to 1 minus 2. 1 is equal to SH into SR and 2 is equal to AH into AR. Amazing. So SH, how much is the SH? We just now calculated some 4160 hours, right, students, everyone? 4160. So 4160 hours as per working note above into standard rate. There is only one rate which is given in the question in the first paragraph, that is 30. Correct, everyone? Yes. Minus actual hours. Okay. Now, how are we supposed to take the actual hours? So it is going to be actual hours paid. We all know that. I'll just show you the question once. Yes, ma. 42 into 10, 42 into 30, 42 into 60. Like that we should do. Yes, everyone? Super. Forty-two into 10, 42 into 30, and 42 into 60. So what are the rates, students? I'll go ahead and see. The rates are going to be 31, 30, and 28.5 given in the last two lines of the question. 31, 30, and 28.5. So again, I'm saying 31, 30, and 28.5. This is the rate. This is the hours, no? 42.10, 42 into 10. This is the hours. Okay. All right. I think now it is clear. So this is what I was telling. The students were having a confusion, but it's okay. ऐसा भी हो सकता है. No problem. Okay. So can you all tell me the calculation, please? Here we have taken the actual hours paid for your information. As per our discussion, we have taken actual hours paid. What happened, ma? Should I do the calculation? So 2160. Favorable, right? Right, deal? Okay. Favorable. Okay. So labor cost variance is done. Shall we go to the rate variance? Right now. So in this, any doubts in that 4160 calculation? Any doubts anyone has got? No? Clear? Right. So now we will go to labor rate variance. Labor rate variance is equal to 3 minus 2. This is also actual hours paid only. We will take here as per our discussion. Right now. So 3 is going to be what? AH into SR. Very nice. Minus 2 is going to be AH into AR. Right. Everyone? So now can I remove this AH outside? So you
You see the problem. With practice, you will know which one to do in the table, which one to do outside the table. With practice, it will come. So if I remove this, it will be actual hours paid into SR minus AR. Right, everyone? Yes, ma'am. So actual hours are having three categories as we discussed. It is going to be 42 for all categories, 42-hour week, but the number of workers are 10, 30, and 60. Will you all agree with me, dears? Yes. So it is going to be um, the the standard rate is 31, 30. Sorry, the standard rate is 30, correct? I'll show it to you. Yes, standard rate is 30. I'll show it. Standard rate is 30. 31, 30, and 28.5 is the actual rate. Yes. So I will substitute SR to be 30 everywhere. There is only one rate. Like that also, it is possible that they ask a question. So AR is going to be 31, 30, and 28.5. So this much we have done. Now you people can do the calculation. Shall we proceed, my dears? Yes. How much is it? 10,500. I think we'll have to recalculate that. 10,500. Okay. I'll just check. 30 minus 31. 42 into 10. So the first one you're getting 420. Yes. So the first one, 420 adverse, correct? I'll put it in the memory. Then second one is 0 because 30 minus 30, right? Then 30 minus 28.5 into 42 into 60. 3780. Correct, huh? Just see, okay? 3780 is favorable, I got. Minus adverse, I'll get 4,200 favorable. Sorry, not 4,200. I subtracted once again. 3780 minus 420. 3360. Getting this? See, first one, you all do it along with me, no? If you're getting a different answer. 420 negative you're getting. Adverse. Correct? First category. Second category is 0. Third category is 30 minus 28.5 is how much? 2.5, 1.5, 1.5. 1.5 into 42 into 60. 3780. Yes? Okay. So that is favorable. This is adverse. When you do that combination, you will get 3360 favorable. Okay, dears. Why I was like a little bit surprised is because 2160 is favorable. That means if this is that much big, then that much big efficiency variance also we must get that as well. Any problems? Should I help you out? You got last one is 3780, dear. Huh? That is favorable. Correct or positive? First one was 420 adverse, no? So 3780 minus 420, you will get 3360. Right, dear? So now, shall we go to labor efficiency variance? Yes. So labor efficiency variance. In this, we should take what? Actual hours worked. Yes. So that is going to be efficiency variance is what minus what? 1 minus 3. Super. 1 is what? SH into SR. 3 is what? AH into SR. So here it is common. So I will remove it. SH minus AH into SR. But suppose if you think in my mind it is not striking me, I can do it directly also. You'll get the same answer. No problem. Don't have to take the common factor out. So standard hours is going to be 4160. Right? So 4160 minus actual hours worked. That also we calculated. I think Sahana gave me that answer. In the given, we did that. Here, can you all see? Actual hours worked is 3990. Right? So we are going to do that. 3990 into standard rate. What is the standard rate? Only one rate, 30. So it is going to be 4160 minus 3990 into 30. That is 5100 favorable. Last one, I will do idle time variance also. Idle time variance, we all know it is actual idle time into standard rate. Standard rate, just now we saw it is 30. Actual idle time also we have written in that calculation. You all wrote it. Here we have written 210. Yes, I'm going to take that only here. 210 hours. So 210 into 30. Yes, 6,300. Very nice. It is always adverse. All right. Yes. So now if you combine all three, you should get cost variance. That's all. That like that you can do a cross verification. So good enough. These are the main problems that I wanted to do from standard point of view. All right. So we will now take a quick 10-minute break. I'll rest my throat also, and then we will be starting with marginal. After lunch, we can focus on the topics which are even more easier. Okay. So, yes, all of you take a 10-minute break and then I will be back. Ha, Nandini has said 3360. She also got it. Okay. No problem. Thank you, Nandini. All. Chalo, 10 minutes break now, then we'll start marginal. Yes. Shall we proceed, everyone? Yes. So we will just go through this formula once again. Everyone? Yes. So these formulas, why should we know? These formulas, why we should know is because, especially from MCQ's point of view, and we don't know what type of question they will ask in those 14 marks also. So, yes. So, in addition, it's a professional exam. Suddenly, they may ask one 7 mark question also. We don't know this. So, PVR is going to be another name for it is contribution to sales ratio, contribution divided by sales into 100, or change in profit divided by change in sales into 100, depending on what's the information that's given in the question. BEP in units is nothing but fixed cost divided by contribution per unit, or in value means fixed cost divided by PVR. So very similar. We have derived it in the regular class. How to derive BEP? We have derived. So if you want, you can remember the derivation. No problem. Then MOS in units is going to be profit divided by contribution per unit. In value is nothing but profit divided by PVR. Like our friend asked a wonderful question, ma'am, what if profit is not given in the question? Then total sales is equal to BEP sales plus MOS sales. We can use that also. Okay. So then it is going to be, if variable cost ratio is 60%, PVR is 40%. I've just written it for you. These inputs may be helpful for your MCQ point of view. That is why. Okay. So next is going to be shutdown point. Many students are not studying this, but please do this MCQ. They may ask something like this. Total fixed cost minus shutdown cost means what are the costs that will be incurred when you shut down the plant? Even when you shut down the plant, what will be the cost that will be continuing to be incurred? That is unavoidable fixed cost. Yes. In other words, numerator can be avoidable fixed cost divided by PVR. That is the point at which you have to shut down your business. Just because a company is loss making, we can't shut down. This is the point at which we can shut down. Okay. Desired sales, desired profit. That means if they say this is the profit that I want, or if they say this is the sales that I want in the question, if they give the amount of profit or amount of sales that they want in the question, then we can use this formula. Desired sales is equal to fixed cost plus desired profit divided by contribution per unit. If they have given desired sales, desired profit will be the missing information. If they have given desired profit, desired sales will be the missing information. But it's all one and the same, formula wise. So, yes, so this is quite simple. We have learned all these formulas, and now we will proceed to the marginal cost sheet. Even if you've forgotten any of the formulas except shutdown point, marginal cost sheet will help you actually recall the formulas. How is it? Sales. Just sales, many people are learning. But it is actually number of units sold into selling price. Yes, ma'am. Then it is going to be minus variable cost. That is going to be number of units sold into variable cost per unit. Yes, ma'am. Unlike our cost sheet, it is not based on number of units produced or sold. It's very different there. No, not like that. Marginal cost sheet is not like traditional cost sheet. It is all based on number of units sold. Right. That will be contribution. Contribution is what? Number of units sold into contribution per unit. Like that we should do. Minus fixed cost will give us profit. Now, one more thing I want to tell you here. Most of you who attended regular class will know, but still, variable cost per unit will remain fixed. Correct now? Yes. And total fixed cost will remain fixed. We have multiple explanations in a coffee shop. If you're having milk, then that is the one of, if you're having a coffee shop, milk is one of the raw material. So packet of milk is 25 rupees, half a liter means that is not going to change. Same way, the rent that we pay for the cafe is going to be 50,000 means that is not going to change. Not change means what is the definition of fixed cost? The cost which does not change with the level or volume of output. I am not saying it will never change. It does not change with the level or volume of output. So even if you sell 50 cups or in 1 month you close the cafe, another month you have sold 50,000 coffees also, irrespective of the level or volume of output. the fixed cost is going to be 50,000 only rent. In other words, suppose originally a person, Nandini, is doing the business, okay, and Chirag also joined. That means now what I can say, now originally Nandini was paying 50,000, one person. Then now it is going to be 25,000 each, no? When Chirag joined. So fixed cost per unit can change, but total fixed cost, total rent that I will be paying is 50,000 irrespective of the number of units sold. So all this concept, we all know it very clearly. So my students are very good at it. So I'm not going to do anything much in this. Yes. So now we will proceed to marginal costing. The question from one question from material I have chosen, another question from past exam. Yes. So now it is going to be. Yes, this question is a material question, but it's a key factor limiting problem question. So, no problem. So, we are going to do this first. Okay, everyone? Yes. So, profitability analysis. So, it is going to be sales that is given for two products, consumption of material, material cost, direct wages cost, direct expenses, machine hours used. Okay. So, now here it is going to be following are extracted from the records of the company. Okay. So, yeah, I have given in the heading profitability analysis, key factor, and all for you people to revise. But obviously, in the exam, we have to identify that there is a key factor problem. So, usually, because marginal costing is asked for 14 marks, we can expect these sort of key factors or decision making. Only these two are generally asked. No? So, both we will do. Okay. So, now other expenses also fixed and variable is given. Direct wages per hour is given to be 5. Okay. Comment on the profitability of each product. Both use the same raw material when total sales potential units is limited. Now, this question, why I chose from your textbook, I will tell you. Key factors, they have changed many key factors. Then how we should do the answer, how we should answer to the question is changing. So we have already done in the regular class, but it's just a revision of how, what is key factor, what is limiting factor. Okay. Now, what is the limiting factor? Let us understand. Now, let us take you people as example. You're all studying. All of you are very, very tired. Yes. In spite of that, ruthlessly, I will take class all the time without any break. Yes. Yeah. So, yes, ma'am. But what to do? We are all having no time. Can I say time is a key factor here? Very nice. So, time is a key factor here. What is key factor is any limited resource is called as key factor. Limited resource. Yes, no. So that is what they have given four subdivisions. What if this is limited? What if that is limited and all that? Now, you want to, say for example, you want to study also. You want to work out also in a day. So all our classes are over. Okay. So even after marathon is over, assume you are having 16 hours in your hand, apart from sleep and all that. Yes. So out of that, I can tell you, let me make it 14 to be realistic. Okay. After eating everything, all idle time is excluded, and then you're having 14 hours. Yes. Okay. So that time, you assume you want to work out. Now, more items are there to study, yes or no, for us? Yes, no. So we are all professionals. So we are all having lots to study. So what I will do is I will probably study for 12 hours or even 13 hours, and 1 hour I will do workout. My students don't have time at all. But assume you're doing BCom. Okay. Then they can even work out and say, for example, go out. Go out to is not there in our map only until we finish our exams. Okay. So it is going to be, say, for example, 4 hours. And they may, I don't know how much they will study. So assume they are going to study for 10 hours. Okay. They'll attend the college classes and all for 10 hours. So it is based on the limited resource. What I'm trying to communicate here is studying is having more priority. Why? Because that is going to give you more money in the future. That is why contribution per key factor we will do. Now, this only many students ask. That is why I'm explaining. I'm up to contribution I can do. Why we are doing contribution per key factor, which is more profitable. You may say workout, but फिलहाल के लिए we are all doing, we are all what, we are assuming we are all not bodybuilders. We are not going to that profession. Our profession is CMA. So, which means it is going to be, we are getting the maximum benefit out of CME, right, students, everyone? So, it is going to be contribution per key factor. Understanding everyone? Very nice. So recently, I read an article wherein the CMA's top salaries I was seeing 50-60 lakhs per annum. Yes, many people are spreading a news saying that oh, CMA is outdated and all that. Nothing like that. It has a very good value. It is based upon how you actually, outperform your skills. So that is why I'm saying give a lot of importance to your subjects, because I'm not saying exactly what you're studying will come, but based on what you study, maybe you will apply. That's how you will be distinct in the market. You should be distinct from CA and CS, right? So that is right. Anyway, coming back to the contribution is also one level of profit only, sales minus variable cost. That profit, which is giving high, study or workout, study. As far as we are concerned, study is giving us more. So that is why first I will allocate my time for study. Then whatever is balance, I will allocate for the next one, assuming that the profit from workout is less. Understanding? Yes. So now please don't, any of you, don't come and tell me workout is very important. I never said it's not. Okay. Yes. So yeah. Now, when the sales potential in units is limited means, so now Modi ji is saying that I can sell only so many items. I can sell only totally, I can sell only 1,000 courses. Okay. So assume I can sell only 1,000 seats, not courses. Only 1,000 seats I can sell. Okay. Now, in that, what I will do, I am going to have BCom also. I'm going to have CMA also. I will sell more of CMA. Then I will, whatever is balance, I will sell for BCom. Understanding, no, everyone. So this is only number of units which is limited. Same way, sales potential and value is limited. Again, say for example, government has given me a notification that I cannot sell more than 10 lakhs. Just imagine. So that means which has maximum profit. First, I will utilize for that my sales. Raw material is short. That means produce the high profit yielding product first. Yes, everyone. Yes. So production capacity, machine hours, again, produce the high profit producing item first. Yes. In this, the second thing is also there. Many students are having doubt here. So that is why particularly I've chosen this top question again. Yes. So now, all of you, please pay attention. Here we are having what and all variable cost, material cost. Then we are having direct wages, direct expenses. Overheads nulli, we are having variable overheads. Is everyone understanding now? So in these type of questions, wherever you see limited, that means key factor it is. In costing, we call it as key factor. Accordingly, we should allocate. So now first we will calculate the contribution, then contribution per key factor and so on. Right. So now this question is capable of being asked for 14 marks. Any such type of question. Right. So it is going to be calculation of contribution per unit. So we are having A as well as B. So selling price given 100 and 120. Minus variable cost nulli, what and all we are having. Material is 10 and 15. Labor is 15 and 10. And direct expenses is 5 and 6. And variable overheads is going to be 15 and 20. I already showed you, so I'm not showing again. So we will get the contribution. All of you. 10 plus 15 plus 5 plus 15 minus 100. First one is 55. Right, dears? Very nice. So contribution per unit is going to be 55. So 15 plus 10 plus 6 plus 20. 51 minus 120, 69. Right, students? Yes, super. So shall we proceed? In these type of questions, what is the second step? First contribution we will calculate. Second step is contribution per key factor. So in question number A, in point number 1, the key factor is what? Number of units sold. Correct, everyone? So that means contribution per unit already we have. Contribution per key factor, contribution per unit already we have. So that means this is 55 and this is 69 per unit. Per unit. Already we have it per key factor. All right. So now how are we supposed to do this? It is going to be a rank. Which one will we select first? Modiji has told me, no, 1000 units only I can sell. That means first my rank will be for B. Second, my rank will be for A. Is everyone understanding right now? So this is as per point A in that subdivision 1. Right. Let me know when we can proceed. Contribution per key factor. Again, point number A nalli, we are having subdivision number 2. That is contribution per key factor. What is the key factor there? Sales value. Am I correct, students? Yes, ma'am. So sales value, if I need, will you all agree with me? Contribution. So it is going to be contribution divided by sales, correct? Contribution per key factor means contribution divided by sales. Array students, contribution divided by sales is only PVR. Yes, ma'am. So can we do like that, everyone? Yes, dears. So contribution per key factor, contribution is numerator. Key factor means sales value here in subdivision number 2. Denominator is sales value. That is only PVR. So we are choosing PVR. So it is going to be 55 divided by 100. How much is that, ma? 55 percentage. Yes, ma. And 69 divided by 120. How much is that, ma? So 58 percentage. Very nice. Again, the rank will be rank 1 for B and rank 2 for A. All right. In point A, subdivision number 3 is contribution per key factor. What is the key factor here? Raw material. Can you all see that? Raw material. That means contribution divided by RM. Yes, ma. So can I do this? It is going to be 55 numerator. RM usage is given to be 2 and 3. I will show you where it is given in the question. Second line, it is 2 and 3. Correct, everyone? So it is going to be divided by 2 and divided by 3. So let us understand. 27.5. 69 divided by 3 is 23. Yeah? Right. So that means, can I say now the rank is going to be what? Rank 1 here and rank 2 here? Yes, ma'am. So suppose product A is giving me per raw material, the contribution is like this, then I will choose product A first. Yes. So that is why they said both products are using the same raw material. So just I'll give you an example because multiple questions have come. I'll give you an example. Now, raw material is what? For a cafe again, it is going to be coffee and it is going to be hot chocolate. For hot chocolate, we need 3 spoons of sugar. For coffee, we are needing 2 spoons of sugar. Okay. So assume sugar is imported. Because of war, they have restricted. Which means what I will do, I will give rank 1 for coffee. I will try to sell more of 1. Then I will do 2. So, for example, only between 5 and 7, I will sell hot chocolate on the evening time. Throughout the day, I will sell coffee like that. Understood, everyone? Super. So now again, A nalli point 4 is going to be contribution per key factor. That is going to be what? That is going to be contribution divided by machine hours. Correct? Yes, everyone? Right, dear. It is given in the table, my dears. Last line of the question, last line of the table. That is 3 and 2 given in the question. Right. So it is going to be 55 divided by 3 and 69 divided by 2. Just tell me how much it is. 18.32. Right, dear. 33. Okay. 34.5. Thank you, dear. So that means the rank will be obviously for B and then A. So ulta, whatever I told you, same concept, ulta for machine hours. Yes. So according to the different key factors, the ranking was different. What is this ranking? As I told you, which I will try to sell more. In my coffee hot chocolate example, I will try to sell coffee throughout the day, but hot chocolate only between 5 to 7. Okay. Understanding everyone? Yes. So now let's go to this. So this one is quite simple. We have done this. So now assuming raw material as the key factor, availability of which is 10,000 kgs and each product cannot be sold more than 3,500 units. Find out the product mix and the yield from which will yield maximum profit. Now I just have water. I want to say two things which are important. One, so they have said here raw material is the key factor. Point number one. This is very similar to point number 3 that we did. Yes, dear. This very similar to this. Availability of which is 10,000 kgs. Totally, how much is available? 10,000 kgs of raw material. So, as per the rank, I will give it to that product first. Okay, ma'am. And each product cannot be sold more than 3,500 units. That means A cannot be sold more than 3,500, B cannot be sold more than 3,500. Okay, ma'am. So, like that government rule is there, whatever, just imagine, or demand is there that much only, like that. So, find out the product mix which will yield a maximum profit. Now, profit beko andre, if you will use the marginal cost sheet, we will subtract what the sales, variable cost, contribution minus fixed cost. We will subtract. Yes or no? Fixed cost will be calculated on what units. That is a very important concept here. I will explain as I do the problem and I will give you a small note also. It's okay even if we take a little bit of time, we will go for lunch and then we'll continue doing the other problem. I don't mind. Even if we are doing only two 14-mark problems, that should be fully understood by us. That is what it is. So, B. RM availability is equal to 10,000 kgs. In this subdivision, they have given RM is a key factor. In the exam, they need not give that. They will say RM availability is only 10,000 means it is limited no resource. Obviously, it is a key factor. Like that, we should know. All right. So now we will proceed for A and we will go for B. First rank, I will do and show again. So rank, first of all, contribution per unit was how much? 55 and 69. RM, it was usage was how much, ma? 2 and 3. Am I correct? As per the second row of the table. Right. So contribution per key factor is going to be what? 55 divided by 2 and 69 divided by 3, which we have already done.
This is 21 and this was how much, ma? 23, 23. Yes. And this was 27.5. So which means rank 1 for A and rank 2 for B. Okay. So if you want in the exam, you can directly give the reference and start with rank 1 and 2. Yes. Now we will go to the next step. That is going to be number of units. How much I can sell? 3,500 only. Correct, everyone? Yes, ma'am. So 3,500 units game. How much raw material we need? 1 unit of A needs how much? 2 kgs of raw material. 1 unit of product A needs 2 kgs of raw material. In other example, 1 cup of coffee needs 2 spoons of sugar. Remembering that, that means 3,500 cups means how many sugar we need? 7,000 spoons of sugar we need. So can I say 7,000 kgs? Are you all understanding? Ma'am, ಯಾಕೆ ಇದಕ್ಕೆ 7,000 ಕೊಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ 3,500 only maximum I can sell. I will sell maximum of coffee, maximum of product A because that is more profitable as per the rank. Are you all understanding? Yes, ma. So totally 10,000 spoons of sugar is only there. 7,000 spoons I will make it use for coffee. Then balance only I will use for hot chocolate. Are you all understanding? Yes. Okay. So it is going to be RM. Okay. So now we will see, can I say RM used for A is going to be 7,000 kgs. So balance available for B, balance of RM available for B is going to be what? 10,000 kgs totally was there, minus 7,000 kgs are used, which means how much is it? 3,000 kgs. Correct, everyone? Up to this, any questions is there for anyone? No? Very nice. This 3,000 kgs is available for B, Alva. So I will go and write here 3,000 kgs. RM used for B. Because same raw material, same sugar for coffee and hot chocolate, as per what they have given in the question. Then how many units we need, ma'am? Why do you need to make the number of hot chocolates? Number of spoons of sugar we found out. Number of hot chocolates we need because they're asking for profit. Yes. So how much we need? So 1 unit of B needs how much? 3 kgs of sugar. As per which line of the question? Second row of the table. Superb. So if 1 unit requires 3 kgs means I can make only 1,000 units, Salva. So I'm restricting, although I can sell 3,500 of hot chocolates, but I can make only 1,000 units because of the RM being the key factor. Are you all understanding, viewers? Yes. Should I repeat that again? No? Very nice. So up to this is, if anyone wants to write, please quickly write. Then we will go to the profitability statement. See, please give the direction marks. I will write the number also. This is 1, 2, 3. Then we went to 4 and we went to 5. Like that, we can number them. You will know the flow when you're revising. Shall we proceed, my dears? Yes. Now, statement of profitability. So from here, it is point B. Okay. From this stage, it is point B. So product A, and then we have product B. Done, everyone? Right. So we will start with the. See, we can do sales minus variable cost contribution. Can I directly start from contribution? Yes, ma. Already we did all that, Ramayana. So let us do this. Contribution per unit is what? 55. and 69. Ma'am, why you not taking contribution per key factor means that is over, no? Decision is over. That is only for decision making purpose, ranking. Okay. So contribution value is going to be 55 into 3,500 and 69 into 1000 alva. Yes, ma'am. Understanding no everyone. So if you want, you I'll write it in the beginning also. 3,500 units and 1000 units as per our discussion just 2 minutes ago. Okay. So ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅದು? This is 69,000, I believe. 3,000, 1,92,500. Thank you, dear. So next is minus fixed cost. If I do, I will get profit. No. So fixed cost is very simple. They have given the fixed overheads up. I will show it to you in the question so that you people are not getting confused. Fixed overheads is given to be 5 and 10. Ma'am, they have given per unit. Correct, ma'am? Per unit they have given. I will tell you how to do it. Now, which number of units we should use? Whatever is the maximum, I will use that number of units. I cannot say number of units sold. I will tell you why. Now, I have a coffee shop. This month, because it is very hot, nobody likes to eat coffee that much. They don't like to drink. So I got only like 1,000 customers this month. But whereas in winter and when it is holidays, I got 1,500 customers possible. Yes, ma'am. So which means what is it? Will my rent change because of 1,000 cups or 1,500 cups? So I'm choosing maximum 1,500 into fixed cost per unit. Are you all understanding? Right. So it is going to be 3,500 into 5. And the other one was 10. Am I correct, students? Illy, I will write in a different color ink, my dears. It is going to be 3,500 into 10 now. Ma'am, only 1,000 units are sold. 3,500 maximum irbodu. So fixed cost will be calculated on maximum. In our what to say, in our flexible budget, I would have taught you fixed cost is based on current capacity. So similar logic only here also, assuming that current capacity is maximum of 3,500. This is 17,500, right? Yes. So why am I writing this in green? So it is going to be 17,500 and this is going to be 35,000. I will subtract. Whatever I put in box is calculation. Don't get confused. Okay. So now we will calculate the profit. Sorry, ma, 1 lakh? Okay, ma. 34,000. That's it. We don't have to do ranking, nothing. We want this, we have shown this. That's it. So it's okay. We took a little bit of time, but I want you to do this. So yes. So now we will go for a lunch break and then we meet half an hour. Right. So I'll meet you for half an hour from now, online students. Progress. So, welcome back after the break. So now we would start with the other problem of marginal costing, which was a past exam question. That is a question based on order, whether we should accept or reject. So let's start with that. So this is done. This is done. Yes, this is the problem that I wanted to do. It's a past exam, June exam question, okay?
Let's see. Profit maintenance, man limited. I have given the heading like that. Okay. Yes, ma'am. So these two problems I want you to definitely go through before doing the exam. Okay. So now we'll go ahead with, after I finish this problem, what I will be doing is cost bookkeeping. You all know the journal entries. Did you all find it to be easy? Journal entries, right, ma'am. So generally for 7 marks, they may either ask journal entries, because ledger they can't ask probably for 7 marks is what I'm guessing. So many ledger accounts are required. Then reconciliation for 7 marks. Reconciliation also we will be doing today. Cost bookkeeping also we will be doing today. And one problem of job costing, because job costing is very similar to cost sheet. What is the importance of job costing? With that we will do, because after lunch, post lunch, you might have been a little tired. So I've chosen easy topics. Okay. So towards the end of the class, one of you remind me, I will just discuss what we will do tomorrow's class. So if anyone wants to prepare and come so that it's easy for you, we will prepare that. Yes. So now we will proceed. Sure. So one problem of marginal costing and then to the others. Man Limited manufactures and sells product X. The following data are available in this regard for the year ended 31/3/2025. Raw materials are given, conversion cost is given, that is variable. Dealer's margin is also given, selling price is given, fixed cost are given. Then we have present sales, which is 1,50,000 units. Capacity utilization is 60%. Okay, there is an acute competition in the market. Extra efforts are necessary to sell the product. Okay. Following suggestions have been made for increasing the sales: to reduce selling price by 4% and to reduce dealer's margin by 20% over the existing rate. So selling price also has to be reduced, and dealer's margin also has to be reduced. Okay, ma'am. So this dealer's margin, no, they're talking about that. Okay. If the company desires to maintain the present level of profit in the next year, which of the above two suggestions would you recommend, and give reasons? Chalo, students, shall we start doing now? Right. One minute. Some child is not able to join. Okay. Link will be given by the team, so no problem. I am visible on this. So now, what is contribution? Let us understand. Before we answer to selling price change and dealer's margin change, first let us understand the current scenario. Right, ma? Contribution is equal to, yes, ma. So sales minus variable cost. Wonderful. So what is the variable cost? Let us understand. Raw material, conversion cost, dealer's margin. Right, students? So 20, 15, and 5. Right. So now it is going to be contribution, like you all said, selling price minus variable cost. Selling price is 50 minus variable cost is going to be 20 plus 15 plus 5. Am I correct, students? So can I say it is 10 contribution per unit? Right, now. So now the number of units. Let us understand what is the number of units. Present sales, that is why we learned what is the marginal cost sheet, number of units sold into contribution per unit, right? So can I say now the contribution number of units is 1,50,000. So contribution value is going to be 1,50,000 into 10. That is equal to how much? 15 lakhs. Amazing. Then what is the fixed cost? Fixed cost is given to be 8 lakhs. Amazing. So let us calculate fixed cost. Let us write down the fixed cost. That is given to be 8 lakhs. So the profit is going to be 15 lakhs minus 8 lakhs. 15 minus 8, 7. No? Right, everyone? So this is the present scenario, my dears. Those of you who want, you can give a heading as to this is the present scenario and the Oh, good. Yes, everyone. Wonderful. So this is a very simple question, but whether to accept the offer or not, that is why maybe some students are getting doubt. And it's a 14-mark problem. So we analyze the present scenario. Now, point number one, all of you please read. What is given in point number one, ma? It is reducing the selling price. Do you want me to show everyone? Yep, reduce the selling price by 4%. Am I correct, students? Everyone? Yes. So selling price is given to be how much? 50. That means, can I say new selling price is going to be 50 into 96 percentage? Wonderful. How much is that, dear? 48. Wonderful. Okay, great. Next is going to be what? So here, variable cost, because I want to find out the contribution again. Okay, ma. So the variable cost is going to be how much? All of you, please see. We have 20 plus 15 plus 5. How much is that, ma? 40. So that means, can I say the contribution is equal to 8? Yes. So this is scenario number one. Present scenario also we have written. Ma'am, why present scenario? They have not asked means in order to conclude, we need a present scenario also. That is why. So shall I go ahead, dears? I will tell you what is required by the question. I'm just reminding you what is required. If the company desires to maintain the present level of profit in the next year, which of the above two suggestions would you recommend? That means the same profit that they want. Yes, ma'am. So now how are we supposed to do? So desired profit is the present profit. Correct? Present profit. Present profit ಎಷ್ಟು? Present scenario nalli you have written, no, everyone. How much is that, my dears? Yes, dear. 7 lakhs. Correct? Yes, ma'am. So now what we need to do is, can I say the desired sales is going to be how much? 15 lakhs. Present level. Right, everyone? Present sales. Correct? Okay. So the new contribution is going to be how much? Rupees 8. Am I correct, students? Yes. In marginal cost sheet, we wrote no number of units sold into selling price is sales. Number of units sold into variable cost is variable cost. Number of units into contribution per unit is equal to contribution, alva? Yes, ma'am. So now what I'm going to do is, see, can I say 15 lakhs divided by 8? This is the number of units that I require, students. Yes, everyone, because it is number of units. Contribution, I know. Yes. So contribution into number of units. Correct, students? How much is that? 1,87,500 units. This is the number of units to be sold. Again, I will repeat. All of you, please pay attention. So now there is an acute competition. So extra efforts are necessary to sell the product. So what we are doing is we are reducing the selling price by 4% in the first scenario. They are saying if the company desires to maintain the present level of profit in the next year, which of the above two suggestions would you recommend? All right. So now, where did we write that present scenario? We wrote below, I think. I will show it to you. Present scenario, contribution value is 15 lakhs. 1 minute. I think I wrote desired sales. It is actually desired contribution. Desired contribution, correct? Present contribution. Okay.
So now you all understood that in the present scenario, the contribution is 10. Then the contribution value is 15 lakhs and the profit is 7 lakhs. They are asking if I reduce the selling price by 4%, my new selling price will be what? 48. In that case, my new contribution will be what? 8. In that case, the desired profit is going to be 7 lakhs because they want the present profit. But should you take profit or should you take contribution? Should you take profit or should you take contribution? See, fixed cost is not going to change, correct? So, contribution minus fixed cost is equal to profit. Fixed cost is not going to change. So, when I say profit for purpose of comparison of the alternatives, should I not use contribution? Yes or no? Yes, no. So the desired contribution is the present contribution. By mistake, I wrote sales, but it is present contribution, which is 15 lakhs. All right. So this contribution level is 15 lakhs, right, everyone? And contribution per unit is 8. Number of units is what is here. But without knowing the marginal cost sheet, we can't write that. That is why we have written the marginal cost sheet. Understood, everyone? So I had a doubt. That is why I just went and checked. So I hope all of you have understood by now. What do they need? If right now, what is the number of units? Ma presently, the number of units was 1,50,000. Am I correct? Yes, ma. Now we have to sell 1,87,500 units to maintain the same level of profit. Am I correct? You understanding or correct? Yes. If anyone is facing any difficulty, please let me know. I think now you all should be able to message also. So yes, come. Okay. So it seems like there is no problem. So let us go ahead. So scenario number 2, what have they said, Ma? Increasing the dealer's margin, right? Right. And note, we have chosen contribution for the purpose of decision making since fixed cost will not change. We have not considered profit. They are saying that they want the same level of profit, but we are referring to the contribution here. So that is why these 3 items, if you know, then only we can actually. But all this is not an assumption, so you need not specify this in the exam. Yes. Then everyone, Subhama. Next, second is what, ma? Second is what? Second alternative. Dealer's margin is increasing by 20 percentage. Am I correct, students? Now you may all ask me, ma'am, what about dealer's margin? So again, I'm saying they have given some cost information. Present, we are having extreme competition in the market because of war, say for example. Now, which 2 alternatives is good for us? Either the first alternative or second alternative, which will help me better. That is what is the question. Okay. Now, they have given dealer's margin alone 5 rupees. So generally speaking, dealer's margin will be a percentage on sales. We all know that dealer, we have done multiple commission, multiple questions, consignment, FA also we have done. We all know that. So now let us proceed. So now existing margin is equal to how much? Rupees 5. Everyone, very nice. So increase in margin is going to be 20%. Can I say new margin is equal to What is the selling price, ma? Selling price is given to be, yes, ma, 50. In other words, can we do this 5 into 120 percentage? Yes, more easier. Otherwise, I have to find out the original percentage and all that. 6, right. Now, so this much we all know very clearly. Okay. Now we will write down selling price. There is no change in the second subdivision, correct? And variable cost was 20 plus 15 plus 6. I should write. Very nice. Super. Amazing. 41, no? Right now. That means the contribution is going to be how much? 9. So now the number of units to be sold is equal to what? Same contribution I want. The desired contribution is equal to how much? 15 lakhs, right? 15 lakhs divided by 9. How much is that, ma? 667, I will write. Right, dear. This many units. Now I will tell you the conclusion, but anyone who wants to write from here, you can go ahead and write, ma. Finding costing to be easy? Good. So, as far as cost bookkeeping is concerned, one question we did in class, same question only we are going to do here. Why? Because the same question is asked in past exam. That is why. I'm scrolling a little bit down. Yes. Good. I'm glad you're all very confidently doing good. I hope the online students are also doing the same. Amazing. So now, again, I'm saying, presently, what is the number of units? 1,50,000. Point number two, Nalli, to get the same contribution, we should sell 1,82,500, some amount was there, number of units. Point number three, point number two, Nalli, 1,66,667. So either I should go for first point or second point. Present is not happening. Why? Because present in the acute competition has come. So I have to choose either one or two. To get the same level of profit, I will choose what? Second option. Why? Because I'm selling only 1,66,676 units, 667 units. And that itself, I will get profit. In the first alternative, I should wait until I get 1,82,500. So that's all. 14 mark problem. Is it sounding like that? See, I'm not telling your institute only. That is why I'm saying always practice management, management accounting. I'm saying marginal costing, and then you come back to the conclusion which you will do. So, if a question which is similar is asked, then you can obviously attempt it. Right. So now, already when I was taking cost accounting standards, I told you again. I'm telling 7 and 5 were asked. Yes, one. Climate is so bad that most of us are falling sick. It includes me also. So, yes. So, now the conclusion I will write, then we will proceed to the next question. So, conclusion is going to be, since we are able to achieve, you can say man limited also, since man limited is able to achieve the same profit, that is contribution, in 1,66,667 units
Option 2, that is reducing dealer's margin. That is reducing dealer's margin by 20% is preferred. Okay, everyone. Yes. Hello, students. Now we will go to cost bookkeeping. Cost bookkeeping, some students outside of our course, outside of our academy, had a message and asked that it's difficult. How is it? Journal entries, very easy, no? Super. You will not believe, same question as asked in the exam also from your study material. Maybe amounts are different, that much I didn't pay attention to, but question is same. So what we did in class. So what I wanted to say is that we will again now check how we have to do this problem. So this is also past exam. I have chosen from there only. So now pass journal entries, and within the two June exams only they have asked. Yes. So now pass journal entry in a double entry cost accounting system. Okay. So now how are we supposed to do? Ma'am, integrated or non-integrated? They have not said that. Just give me 1 minute, ma'am. I'll be back. Integrated or non-integrated? They have not told me that. Like that, many students ask. For this question, maybe you don't require. That is why they have not given. Understood, everyone? Yes, ma'am. So now I will just give you a recap of cost bookkeeping. It's okay. For the benefit of all the children, we will have a cost bookkeeping recall. Yes. Here we should remember the cost sheet format, RMWIP, and then factory overheads. Everything will finally go where it will go to WIP. WIP will become FG. FG will become COGS. And then COGS will become cost of sales. Sorry, dear. Oh, direct labor. I'm sorry, I wrote WIP. I'm very sorry. Thank you, dear. Direct labor. Yes. So administrative overheads, you all know where you will add cost of production, as well as SOH, you all know where it will you will add for the purpose of bookkeeping, I'm saying. Yes, for the purpose of bookkeeping. Now, so now what we will do here, whether it is integrated or non-integrated, what is the logic? Debit the receiving department and credit the giving department. That is the logic, ma. So if it is non-integrated, what is the meaning of non-integrated? FA and CA, that is cost accounting and financial accounting, never meet each other. They are like these hardcore enemies who will never meet each other. Like in these films and all, they'll show no, they will never meet each other like that. Okay, Purani Dushmani hai. So yes, so that is what is non-integrated. In that cost accounting records, Nali, how you should do. FA, you have separate paper. So only cost accounting records. And integrated means modern enemies. We will be together. Okay. So cost accounting records and financial accounting records are maintained together. Okay. Together they are maintained. In this case, as usual, we will do everything. Debit the receiver, credit the giver. Here, we should not use cash or debtors or creditors. In that case, we will use what? General ledger adjustment. In some places, I told you it is cost ledger control account also. Both are same. Cost ledger control, general ledger adjustment, both are same. So again, I'm saying, ma'am, give me an example for this like that if anyone is asking. It is going to be RM purchased. RM purchased means who is the receiving department? Stores.
who will buy and keep it? Stores department will keep it. They will keep it in the storeroom, no, in our house, like that. Stores ledger control account debit to what is going out? Either it will be cash or it will be creditors, correct? Now, if we are a non-integrated, can I use it? No. I have to use what? General ledger adjustment. That's all. That's all is the concept itself. Now, if the same journal entry, if I have to do in integrated, it will be SLC account debitor. That will not change to cash or creditor. You can use it, no problem. That's all, ma. This is the basic. So you can try all the problems in your textbook. That is more than sufficient. Okay. So now we will proceed here. So issue of material. Now this I will again teach in a little bit of detail. In regular class, we have done in detail. Similar detail I will do here also because of some students finding this topic to be difficult outside the academy. Let's help them out. So issue of material. So what is it? So first of all, assume we are having a what to say? We are having a manufacturing company, and in that Rohan is the stores department in charge. So Rohan is our stores department in charge, right? So whenever the raw material is needed for production, who will give? Rohan has to give. Yes, ma'am. So that is what has happened. But if you're learning it for the first time, you will not understand without the entire process. So, entire process means what? First, Rohan, who is the head of the stores department, whenever the requirement is going below the safety level, below the reorder level. Remember, everyone, reorder level. Then reorder quantity has to be ordered, no? That time, Rohan is ordering again. Yes, ma'am. So Rohan will order from supplier. Assume supplier's name is Anil. So Rohan is buying from Anil. So the step number 1 is Rohan purchases raw material from Anil. So what will be the journal entry? You all know who is the receiving department? Stores ledger control account, Rohan's department. 2, whom we should credit, ma? We should credit what term? Either cash or creditor or GLA. Remember, based on whether it is non-integrated or integrated. Ma'am, all that they have not given. Why? Because they are not talking about step number 1. They are talking about step number 2. Acha, Rohan will purchase and keep it in the stores. He will give it to, say for example, who is our other friend? Tipraju. Okay, so I'll write Tipu. So we are actually going to give it to Tipu, who is in charge of the production department. All right, students. So that means, what is it going to be? Production department will be receiving it. Am I correct? Yes, ma'am. So can I say WAP control account? Because which is that I told you, no, you have to remember this flow. In this flow, is it RM? No. Is it DL? No. Is it FOH? No. So it will be WIP because it cannot be FG. It is not already produced. It is going to be produced. Work in progress. Yes. So it is going to be WIP control account debit to which department is giving? Rohan's department is giving, which is SLC. Are you all understanding? They are asking about step number 2. So without step number 1, maybe it is confusing. So Rohan has to now issue it to the production. All right, ma. So now I think everything is clear. Now we will proceed. So step number 2 andre already purchases agogide, stores nalli ide, stores linda it is going to the production department. All right. Now direct, indirect. Indirect means can I say FOH? Production overheads. Yes, ma. Indirect itself means overheads. This is material. That means it is production overheads, no? Wonderful, ma. Then direct. Direct means it is WAP, no? Yes, ma. So that's all. So as far as direct is concerned, how much was the amount? 5 lakhs. Indirect is 2,50,000. So can I say point number 1 is going to be WIP control account debit 5 lakhs, no, ma? Yes. And indirect was 2,50,000. Yeah. So can I say it is production overhead control account? Very good, ma. That word control we should use everywhere to differentiate between cost records and FA records. Whatever account you write, that control account should come, except GLA. Right. So it is going to be 2,50,000. Two, who is the giving department? Our Rohan's department, SLC. That is going to be 7,50,000. Once again, I'm reminding this is direct, this is indirect. Understood, everyone? Ashtik. No narration is required as far as they have said also. Okay. So now next one is allocation of wages and salaries. So again, we have done the same problem. So those of you who have already written in my regular class, you don't have to do it again. But why I'm doing is because it's a past exam question. Okay. So now allocation of wages. Step number 2 only they have told. Ma'am, what is step number 1? First wages pay ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Then only we can allocate them. Yes, ma'am. So let us understand what is the meaning of allocation. One. When I'm paying, will I differentiate between what is direct and what is indirect? Wages? No. I will just pay, right? If you all remember, in our, what to say, in our FA, we will write what wages paid means wages to cash. That is what we'll write. So here also we will write wages control account debit to, I will write cash or creditor. I can't use creditors. So I will write outstanding or I will write in case of integrated. In case of non-integrated, I will write GLA. Everybody remember? Superma. So now that wages control, wages is itself not a department. Remember everyone. So it will remember this flow chart. So for RM, we will have SLC. SLC is a department. WIP is a department. FG is a department. Right? That DL is not a department. Where will it go? WIP. Right, ma. So it is going to be the second step. First step is payment. Second step is direct means what will it be? Direct means it will be WIP control account debit to wages control, which is the giving department, wages. Who is receiving it? WIP. Here, indirect means who is receiving it? FOH control account. Yes, ma'am. So again, to wages control. So this is direct, this is indirect. Same question. Again, here you can see FOH is also coming to WIP only. So it is going to be the second journal entry will be, so they are talking only about allocation. So the first step is not there, but we can't understand the second step without the first step. So the second step is nothing but, yes, ma, WIP control account debit. Then we have POH control account, this POH, okay? POH control account debit to wages control. So don't forget to use the word control, wages control. How much is the amount, ma? So it is 3 lakhs under 50,000. So it is going to be 3 lakhs 50,000 and 3 lakh 50,000. Everyone is able to understand? Wonderful. Super. So 1, 2 we have done. Overheads absorbed in different jobs. All right. So FOH, AOH, SOH, cost sheet, same flow only in that thing that I wrote. FOH, AOH and SOH. All right. So where should it go? Overheads by itself, is it a department? It has to go to some department. As per this, FOH will go where? As per this format, FOH will go to WIP. Can I say which is the receiving department? WIP control account, Superma, to FOH. Absorbed means what? It is allocated, already over. For what purpose? WIP. FOH, no? What is the amount, dears? 2.8 lakhs. 2,80,000. So I will go here now. in this flow chart where AOH should come. Administrative overheads will come to FG, no? It will go to FG. Yes or no, everyone? So it is going to be FG account debit. So I'm not say FG, I should say FG control account. FG control account debit to AOH control account. AOH control account. Amount is 1 lakh. Same way, we all know that SOH will go to cost of sales. Amazing. Cost of sales control account debit to SOH control account. This is what the journal entry for absorption. No, FG only we should write because FG is only the one of the main accounts. SLC is main department. Next is WIP. Next is FG. Next is COGS and next is COS. That is right. But in the cost sheet, you can do that. Here you can't. Okay, because we are telling about each and every department. That is all right, everyone. Yes. So this is also over, but combined entry also you can pass separately. Also you can pass however you want. Yes. So then here we have under absorption and over absorption. We have both the factory overheads, which is over absorbed, and administration overheads, which is under absorbed. So this I can't go in much detail in a marathon. So I will just tell slightly what is absorption, what is what is over absorption, under absorption, everything we have seen. We have drawn, remember the man figure, and we have seen what is over and under. That much detail we can't go in marathon. So simple words I will explain. So now, what is over absorbed, students? Factory overheads and administrative overheads is under absorbed. Over absorption means costing P&L should be credited. Under absorption means costing P&L will be debited. See, this much only I can do in marathon. So I have done. Even a child who is doing it for the first time can still be okay with this. Yes. But time for logic is not that. So we have stopped here. So that means for over absorption, what is it going to be, students? FOH, no? Am I correct, ma? So FOH control account debit. Costing P&L should be credited means this should be debited. So to costing P&L amount was 30,000, no? Yes, here I'm having the question. Yes. And under absorption means what is it? It is going to be costing P&L will be debited to AOH control account. That is going to be 15,000. Easy, everyone. One of the June exam, they have asked this June also, if they ask, will you not be able to score 7 out of 7? In less than 7 minutes, you can finish. That's all. That is the good thing about this. So give more importance to journal entries, give less importance to ledger accounts. Because in 7 marks, they can ask mostly journal. And if you know journal, you can do ledger. Okay. So then. Now coming to reconciliation. Reconciliation I will do aram se. Okay. Because all of you should know it, how to do Anta. So let us do it aram se. Even if I do aram se, don't worry. It will not take more than 10-15 minutes. Okay. It is a very easy concept. After I do today, whatever problems you want to do in reconciliation, you can do. So now, here is the question. Costing P&L. Summary of P&L is given to us. Okay. So, this is also past exam question only. Materials consumed, wages, overheads, administrative overheads, selling overheads, preliminary expenses. Preliminary expenses will not come in cost accounting. Costing P&L. Will you all agree with me? Yes. Okay. So again, I'm saying costing P&L nalli preliminary expenses will not come. Why? Because it's not a product cost. It's not a operations cost. I cannot attribute it to anything. Correct? Everyone. Again, I'm repeating. Very simple. Preliminary expenses means what? Before the company was started, some expenses were incurred, but there will be huge expenses. So they will write off over a period of time, like amortization concept that we have learned. But this preliminary expenses, it cannot be attributable to one particular product or service. So we are taking it directly in FA records only. In costing P&L, it will not come. Okay. So sales FG work in progress, then dividend received. Dividend received also same concept. No, it will not come in costing P&L. Not come in costing P&L. Like that, we should observe income tax. All these in cost sheet also we did know what and all are the items which will not come. It is there in the theory in our book also that we have. So everything in cost sheet when we did, we didn't take few items in the cost sheet because we said it will go directly to the uh, financial accounts. We had some income tax refund or something like that. So like that only these two marks. Are you all able to identify even without my help? What will not come in costing P&L? Right. So next is going to be the company manufactures a standard unit. The cost accounting records are showing the following information. Factory cost accounting records are showing the following information. So factory overheads are charged at 20% on prime cost. Administration overheads recovered at 3 per finished unit and selling overheads at 4 per unit sold. So this we have to pay attention. In cost sheet also we have done. This is for finished unit. AOH. SOH is for unit sold. Understood, everyone? Yes. Work in progress is valued at prime cost. Okay. So now costing P&L indicate net profit. You have to prepare and reconcile this profit and that profit. Okay. Here, what is the profit? They have got 65,120. We should prepare costing P&L and find out what is the reason. Are we ready to go ahead? Right, students, everyone. So now costing P&L. Those of you who are thinking, ma'am, how to prepare this, if you are doing it for the first time, it is nothing but cost sheet. Exact. That is why I'm saying cost sheet, make it very strong. Yes. So it is going to be debit and credit. So to direct material. So they have said it is what term? I will show you also. 5,48,000. Right, everyone? And the material is what here also it is 12,800. That means, can I say here they have said work in progress is valued at prime cost. Right, students, everyone? Okay. So with all the information that is given to us, can I say material consumed is 5,48,000, but out of the 12,800 is still closing stock? Correct. So can I say to direct material, it is going to be 5,48,000 minus 12,800. How much is that, ma'am? 5 lakh 30, 35,200. Right here. To direct wages, wages is going to be 3 lakh 2,000 minus 7,200. How much is that, ma'am? 2,94,800. Right here. So there is no direct expense. So can I call prime cost here? Ma'am, why you are writing prime cost in a ledger means? Because they have said prime cost based on that only we have to do overheads also. So that is why. So plus 5,35,200. That is going to be 8,30,000. So this is nothing but a it's just a subtotal. So now it is going to be to factory overheads as per point number 1 given in the next page. That is going to be 20% on prime cost. So 20% of prime cost. How much is that, ma'am? 1,66,000. Thank you, dear. So what will we get, ma? Works cost or factory cost? Remember everyone? Yes, ma. So plus 8,30,000. How much is that? 9,96,000. Yes. Then this is also a subtotal. Now to AOH. AOH is what, dears? 3 per finished unit. Correct, everyone? Yes, ma'am. How much is the finished unit? All of you, please see. 24,000. And finished stock is also 800. I should consider both. No? Stock also I produced. No? Understood, everyone? So it is going to be 24,000 plus 800 because they have not mentioned anything about opening. And then minus, it is going to be what? Sorry, there's no opening. Now into rupees 3. Correct? As per this second point. Yes. So 24,800 into 3 is 74,400. Cost of production 10,70,400. Just give me 1 minute. Huh? In this, they have given the finished goods to be 800, right? Do you all remember again what we did in cost sheet only? Same thing here we are going to do again. Minus closing. Yes. So 10,70,400 is for how many units? 24,800. That means for 800, how much it is? Am I correct, students? Same thing we have done in cost sheet. So you all know, no? Just 10,70,400 into 800 divided by 24,800. So it is 34,529 right here. So then what will we get? FG. Okay. So what will we get finally? COGS. So 10,70,400 minus 34,529.03. That is 10,35,870.97. Right, everyone? Right, ma. Super. Then we should say 2 SOH. SOH is going to be what? 4 per unit sold. That is very simple. Number of units sold already we know it is 24,000. Right, everyone? So 24,000 into 4. 96,000 to cost of sales. Yes, everyone. Okay, ma'am. So before you do this topic, please revise cost sheet, especially reconciliation. Yes. And the job costing also. Yes. Both are same as cost sheet. So by sales, how much was the sales, ma? I'll show it to you. 12 lakhs. So the profit will be balancing figure as usual. That's all. So in the debit side, you just see we have done the entire cost sheet. That's all. Now it is going to be to profit. Sixty-eight 129.03. So what is the question? No, they are asking what is the reason for difference between 68 129.03 and the amount that is given in the question. What is the profit? Some 65,000 something was given. No, 65 120. What is the reason they are asking? Shall we proceed, ma'am? Yes. So we have three types of overheads here. So it is going to be factory overheads. Okay, I'll just erase everything and here itself I will write and show you. It will be easy for us. In the exam also, I want you to do like this only. When we are doing the problem, please do it like this. So, factory overheads, how much we got, ma? As per costing P&L? 1,66,000? Here we all can see. Yes, dear. So, 1,66,000. And here there is one 4,000, no? Factory overheads, ma. Factory overheads 4,000. So can I say minus 4,000? So 1,66,000 minus 4,000. How much are we getting there? 1 lakh 60? 1,62,000. So this is FA and this is CA. Understood everyone? Cost accounting records, financial accounting records. Administrative overheads is how much? 74,400. Sorry. Selling and distribution overheads was how much? 96,000. Now, preliminary expenses is not there. Okay. So up to this, let us find out whether it is under absorption or over absorption. Now, all of you, please tell me what is under absorbed and what is over absorbed. Come on. Ah, correct now. Very nice. That is correct. I'm asking what is under absorbed and what is over absorbed. I've just written some mistakes that students have written in the test. That is what I've written and kept up. So that also I'll explain. I want to explain certain things that also I'll explain. Ah, and one more. Here, this is 1,66,000 and FA only it is minus 4,000. Correct? FA only no, it is there. Okay. So I will tell you what are the mistakes also that children might do. Okay. So first of all, which is under absorption, which is over absorption. Okay. So we are standing from where? We are writing which paper? Caution. So you're standing here and you're seeing. Is it over or under? 1,62,000 versus 1,66,000. Over absorption. Correct. This is over absorption. You're standing here. You're seeing this. This is under or over? Under absorption. Are you all understanding? And here you're standing. Cost accounting paper. That means over absorption. Is everyone understanding very clearly? Easy or difficult? Easy. Super. So again, I'm saying we should compare all these overheads to understand whether it is under absorption or over absorption. Why? Because we are finding out the reason for difference between cost accounting profits and financial accounting profits. That is why. Okay. So now we will proceed to reconciliation. And if you want, you can first mark down what are the reasons for differences. Already we discussed dividend received, preliminary expenses will be reason for difference. Apart from that, we have under and over absorptions. And apart from that, usually speaking, in stock, there will be a difference because WAP we finish adjusting everything. Sales we have taken, everything else we have taken. In FG, you see what is the FG value here? 34,529. I will write here and keep 34,529 in cost accounting records. This is FA records. So these are the reasons for difference. Usually FG, stock, as well as AOH and anything like income tax, all these amounts, dividend and all that will come. Understanding everyone? That's all. Now we will proceed. After I write down, I'll tell you where the students have gone wrong. Right. So in reconciliation, profit as per cost accounting records. You can start with anything. I'd like to start with this because I'll be teaching as per this. 68,129.03. Yes. Plus over absorption. Two over absorptions have happened. What is it? Selling and distribution overheads and factory overheads. Why, ma'am, you're adding? Very simple. If I add only, no, I will be able to make FA come to my level. It is like BRS. From cost accounting records, I'm going to financial accounting records. From cash book, I'm going to passbook. So I will do whatever financial accounting is correct. Are you all understanding? I will do whatever financial accounting is doing. For example, here we are having 1,62,000. Here we are having 1,66,000. Correct, everyone? Yes, ma'am. So now what I should do, I am saying is, I will now add back this 4,000. Is everyone understanding? Right. Same way, over absorption. Again, we will start over absorption. 96 minus 96,000. Can I say everyone? Then we will add our dividend, that is 3,600. In other words, Sahana told that I'll be crediting the costing P&L. That is what now we have done. Added means what? We have credited. Increase the profits, right? Now, minus under absorption. So 76,480 minus 74,400. How much is that? 2080. Undervaluation of FG. Shall we proceed now? Undervaluation of FG is going to be 34,529 and 32,000. Two five two nine. Whatever I ticked only I'm doing here. Then we have preliminary expenses, right?
65,120.03. This is the expenses as per financial accounting records. I'll go and check in the question that is the amount of profit that is given. Right. Whatever logic we learned there in BRS, very similar here also. So I hope this was easy. This is what I was telling. There is nothing in reconciliation. So once again, I'm saying, before that, before I forget, let me tell you what are the mistakes that students are making. I've written and kept here. So they will not consider FG here, and they are not considering the FG here also. We all know we have to subtract closing FG, right? Because what are we finding out? Cost of goods sold. FG is sold. Closing, let me ask you like this. Closing stock of FG is sold or not sold? Not sold. Closing stock of finished goods. Stock. Stock means not sold. No. Should we not subtract to get our COGS? Yes. From cost of production, only if I subtract this, I will be able to get this. Point number one. Whatever we have done in cost sheet, I didn't tell anything new. So that in cost sheet also they are missing, costing P&L also, here also they are missing it. Okay, that is one mistake. Another mistake that I have observed is um, in case of over absorption, under absorption, they are doing opposite way. So we learned how to see that, right? Where are we? We are in cost accounting records, and accordingly, I want you to do it. Anyone wants me to explain that once again now? No? All right. That is also one place under or over absorption. That there also students are going wrong. And one more is, see, in this question, they have given 3 per unit, finished unit, and 4 per sold unit. Even if they don't give 4 per unit, if they just give 4 per unit, you should take 4 per unit sold only. Understanding? So if I slightly change and give in the test, they are going wrong there also. Last year, from there, I'm just telling. So it is SOH is for number of units sold only. All this you all know in cost sheet we have done. Same thing I'm telling here. Okay, everyone. So this is also done. Reconciliation is over. Oh, that's all. It's time. Time is up. Okay. So now what will we do is we will discuss our agenda for tomorrow. Job costing I will do tomorrow, no problem. And then we will end our class. You all seem to be very tired. Okay. So tomorrow, what can we do? Can we start process? Many of you are saying process, process. So can we start process? Yes. Okay. Then labor is frequently asked in our June exams. Did you all see that? More than material, labor is asked. Yes. Then what else can we do tomorrow? Originally, what was there in the list? Material was there in the day two. What else should we do? Overheads. Okay. Let us do overheads also. Overheads to definitely one question is that. Then that's all we discussed. Last day, what did we discuss? Yeah. Class. Yeah, class. Please wait. So, day three, Nali, what did we discuss now? Service. Okay. Contract and acha, budget. Huh? Yeah. What do you want me to do then? Job in batch we'll do. Yes. Then This was our original plan also, no? I'm going by original plan only. That is why I'm asking you for the topics. Okay. So tentatively, we will do process everyone. So I hope today's video was a little bit helpful for you because we touched upon the cost accounting standards journal also, reconciliation, where students are going wrong also. I've told you that especially I wrote and came. Then one more was standard fully we have done. Three labor problems we have done. Marginal, two major, 14-mark questions we have done. Okay. So today, those of you who want, you can revise any of this so that in tomorrow's class we can do it. Process will be a majority of what we will be doing because labor too, we've done all problems in labor. Past exam questions alone we will do in labor. Overheads also past exam questions. You're all comfortable in overheads. Yes. Job, past exam questions I will do. And the process we will do. Inter process we will do. I'll do FIFO method. I will do in FIFO method itself, two types are there. We all know that. That also we will do. Okay. So in process, I will try to include like today in standard we did, no, like that. Four problems. Majority was standard. Like that, majority will be process. Okay, everyone. So see you tomorrow, 10:30 to 3:30. Bye. Bye, online students. Yeah.